Hi. Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi. 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 Hello, everyone.
Wow! Hello! 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 We are now live with Manager Misaki and her non-moving PNG because Fugitech is always broken for me. Hello, Manager Misaki.
Oh wait, I just realized I didn't hear you at first. What did you say, Lumi?
Oh, I just said hi. I was just saying that you're a PNG.
Okay. I was worried. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, no. We're good. Hello. Hello. Streams have been so late lately. Yes. Well, this one's a gorilla, so pardon me. I don't know. I feel like we kind of wanted to. I don't know. It was a big day. It was a big day for Cyberlive. Yeah.
Long time in the making too. I don't know if we're gonna talk about that kind of stuff. But like...
We've got a bunch of things. We were like, what do we talk about? Let's expose all the secrets. Let's expose them all.
I gotta keep some of it though. I gotta get people to come to my Q&A stream.
Oh, you do have? Yep. Misa has a Q&A stream coming up, which is gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. But yeah, did everybody in chat go to my Kohai's debuts today? Did you guys do that? No, chat. Yeah, very cute Kohai Lumi. Thank you. They are extremely cute. They have been in the works for a while, right? Oh, thank you for the sub. Beetle taxes. Lumi love. Misaki love. I don't know how much we're allowed to say. I mean, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. Misaki can probably go over a little bit if she wants to.
Yeah. I mean, where do we begin?
At the very beginning.
Well, I guess the very beginning, technically, this has kind of like come out like slowly, but Gen 2's been in production before Gen 1, I think, was even announced / debuted.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time coming. It's not like, you know, Gens take a lot longer to prepare than I think people realize.
Yeah, it's
Oh no. What is happening on your stream?
Oh, it's the tits interface.
Oh.
It's the tits interface.
The tits?
It's called tits. Thank you for the follow, Dreadlock VT. Twitch integrated throwing system. It's abbreviated as tits. Tits. Amazing. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. Thank you for the host, Yasen Champion. Mr. Champion, where you at?
Mr. Champion.
Hi. Ow. It's fine. Can we say now that we've known a couple members of Gen 2 since when we debuted?
Yeah, we can say that. I'm not gonna go into like specifics of who and how many, but some of Gen 2 has been around in our like company Discord since before Gen 1 debuted.
Yeah.
They've been here all along.
Waiting. Just waiting for you. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. There's a lot. I mean, VTubers, the regular debut schedule of like a VTuber agency with the gens is like every 4 or 5 months, I would say, right now.
It's 4 to 6 now, just because people are getting a lot more speedy. Before, it was like 6 to a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A beer? What?
Ow.
It's over for you, Lumi. Accept the abuse.
It's just so... I have my glasses on. I was ready to sound smart today. It's like, I'm gonna go on. We're gonna talk about some real topics, and they just want to give me a concussion.
People just don't like people with glasses, Lumi.
Oh, they're bullying me because of the glasses. I understand now.
Yeah.
Yeah, VTuber debuts take a lot of time and resources, and it's something that I went through it. And you've been through it, and I'm very, very proud. Hi, Shira! Hi, Shira! Welcome back! I hope you had a good break. We're talking industry secrets today, and debut culture.
Trade secrets?
Trade secrets. I don't even know what to talk about. I'm like... So me and Misaki are like huge VTuber nerds, I think.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm here.
Yeah. Half of our DMs are like... I don't know, we just talk about VTubers non-stop.
I send Lumi my Oshi.
Yeah, I'm not her Oshi. Thank you for the gift sub to Shira.
I'm not. Wait, what?
No, I'm not your Oshi.
Oh, my number one Oshi is.
You're a
Nobody
DD.
really knows.
You're a DD. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, Misaki's a DD. She has a lot of favorites. We were talking like some of our favorites. I think we really like Meru. A lot of Meru fangirling.
I love Meru from Soon.
A lot of like we love industry girl, like company girls a lot. I don't know. We have a lot of loves.
Company culture too is so different, even compared to just indies. You know.
Yeah, it's really, really
In
interesting.
a weird place where because you guys get to collab a lot more with outsiders, we're kind of in between, but at the same time, like, typically most companies only have each other, and they're not really collabing that much with people outside, so a lot of indies are just, like, completely cut off from, company VTubers, so...
Yeah, I think when we, like, started, we were kind of, like... not sure how to go about it, because as a company you never gave us any restrictions on collabs, which I think everyone really appreciates. But it was like you know, we had like a talk. We were like, can we talk to indies? Thank you for the 50 anonymous. Thank you.
Yeah, indies are just as valid, you know. Yuri, I want to become a company VTuber? Too bad.
Excuse me. What?
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of our goal, to be a middle ground. You know, because there really wasn't one. It was like, at least before us, in my opinion, there was like two sides. It was either like you're basically indie or you're highly restricted. There was really no companies, or at least pretty much barely any, that were, you could audition for something where you get to keep either yourself or your freedom. So pretty much most people were stuck at a point of like indie or I give up certain rights. So like
yeah, someone says when you say indies, you mean VTubers that aren't connected to a company like Cyberlive. Yeah, there's grades of it, I would say. So Cyberlive is a full company. We are produced. So when you audition for the company, many of us, Pandora is the only one who is an existing VTuber. But for the most part, we're produced by the company. But there's also groups that I would say are kind of like, you know, indies that work together. And then I would say...
because a big thing with growing as a VTuber is your networking, especially on Twitch, like there's raids and stuff like that, and that's very important. So when you join a group, you get essentially like guaranteed connections. But there's a lot of people that may think, oh, then why just join a group? Groups don't have all the benefits companies do, to say the least. There's a lot of people and opportunities that are blocked off to specific organizations. So like groups do get you connections, but they don't give you everything. And I think people don't really think about that a lot.
Yeah, we've had a couple discussions about like we'll see a group pop up, and some of them are kind of, I don't know. Misaki and I, because we love VTubers, I think I'm trying to say like we worry about companies and groups sometimes that pop up.
There's even been I've seen a lot of people even confuse groups for companies. They're two very different things. The terminology is different, the culture is different. Typically, groups do not have any sort of contract. If they do, it's maybe an NDA, and that's it. As far as I'm aware, no groups, like true groups, have one. It really is just a group of usually friends banding together for connections. Agencies not only act as like a gateway to other resources, because there's a lot of people that will only work with people under companies, like under contract, among other things, along with like other like individual perks. It's a lot of stuff people don't realize. There's more reasons to join a company than just, oh, I get a VTuber model. So
Yeah, I mean, me and my gen mates and all my cohort, like a big thing that we noticed on first joining, aside from getting a model and getting like assets, right, which isn't obvious, but also just getting like it becomes a very like family atmosphere, I would say, in a lot of like companies, because you start from the ground together. And I think a big thing about debut culture is because you literally work up to one day where you all start, it like ties you together much more. So me and my gen mates, I remember like the days before we debuted, we were all like in calls together every single day, and like we'd call each other off hours too, and just kind of hang out. I love you, Yuri. But we're very, very close, and I think that's a very company-specific, company culture thing. Thank you for that. Yeah.
It's interesting too. Not to say that like Gen 1 and Gen 2 weren't close, but also you guys just have different dynamics with each other. That is pretty interesting, just like observing you both separately. Like they already kind of talked about in their debuts, but Gen 2 is all very close for the same reasons. They all talk to each other. Like I think in our private server we have like a voice chat where people can just pop into and hang out, and then other people just kind of hang out in. And I think there's at least one call in there for like an hour every single day, like unscheduled. People just kind of hang out with each other, you know. I don't know how much this is like in groups, and I'm sure there's some groups out there that are very close like that, but I think you're a lot more connected to people, and it's a lot more of an organic friendship when it's in a company.
Yeah, I think it's kind of ironic that you say it's organic, because like, you know, you obviously cast Gen 1. But I think I did get a little bit of a snippet of how the audition process works for Gen 2, and I was kind of like, I tried to involve myself, but it's for us at least, we definitely pick on personality and how we do consider how well people get along with each other, because it's really important. I think having a company, and it's basically you join for a support structure over anything else, and I think that's something that we really wanted to differentiate on, right? Just like actual support, the fact that I can stream with you and talk about stuff openly, and I've been very open about how much you let me do and how we can work together on things. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was mainly, at least from a company, like managerial side, that was pretty much your goal, was just like a middle ground, you know? Because I think what we have to offer is very appealing to a large group. There's really no other companies, at least on the English side, that I'm aware of that function like we do. So I'm pretty proud of that personally. For audition process, at least for me, I generally look for people that are different from one another. Really, my goal is like, as you're watching Gen 2, as much as I would love for you to like every single one, I don't expect you to, because they're all so different from one another. They all have their own draws and interests, and that was entirely the point. If you go like finish all 5 debuts and like all of them, great. But like I truly don't expect everybody to, and I don't expect the majority of people to, because that was the entire point in my casting, was to get different people that appeal to different interests. So.
Do you have any advice for I mean, we've just finished up a wave of, I would say, audition debut cycle. It seems to open up every few months, so you'll have a wave of auditions, wave of debuts, and then the next one will come out in probably like 3 months, and then it's a production period of 2-3 months. Do you have any tips for auditioners?
Audition video. Telling yourself and showing effort is probably the most important thing you need to do. Besides your audition video, don't skip out on the written, regardless, you know. The written part of like the audition form is still very important. Like if I see you do a good audition video but like do nothing on the written, then that like makes me question your work ethic and how much you really want this, you know. So it's just very important. You need to take auditions very seriously. Especially in bigger organizations, like bigger than us even, the amount of people they're accepting for even just interviews is so limited. You need to stand out if you want to pass further.
Yeah, I remember, like, I can probably talk about my audition process, right?
I'll say this, I do not remember your interview at all. Like, I think I remember everybody else's except yours, and I have no idea why.
It's because someone asked really quick, when do the debut teasers come out for Gen 2? Actually, they're already out. If you check us out on Twitter, you can see them. We had 3 debuts today, and we'll have 2 tomorrow. So if you have missed out on that, I'm gonna link the tweet.
I feel bad. I don't know why I don't remember your interview, but I remember all of our interactions pretty well. Like, besides that, I just don't remember our interview for some reason.
I mean, it went well, obviously.
I don't remember it at all.
I remember exactly what happened.
Oh no.
So
I'm like too scared to let you share anything because now I'm like, oh no.
No, it's not a bad thing. When I applied, every company asked for like a 5-minute video and then like a bunch of written questions, right? When I applied, my audition video was 6.5 minutes, so I went overtime. Then I wrote like a 2,000-word essay on exactly what I wanted to do for the written section, and then I filled in everything else with like long paragraphs. And then, and then when I'm begging you on my knees here, please hydrate right now. I'm seriously begging you. I'm gonna pass away. Please help. Hydration is the only cure. Please, Lumi. I will hydrate, thank you. But that's what I did. I wrote like a long fucking essay. It was like pointed out. There were bullet points, sub points. So when I got the interview, Misaki was like, I don't have anything to ask you.
Yeah. I kind of remember that now because like my interview with Lumi, I remember not being long, like super duper long, and it was just because she like said everything in her audition, so like I couldn't ask her anything because she just already had said it, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah, the first thing she said was like, I think you covered everything in your audition. I just wanted to confirm stuff, and I think the only thing I said for the first 10 minutes was yes. What was it?
Maybe that's why I don't remember it, because you just said nothing.
Yeah, and then I like had questions for you guys, I think. Like general ones.
I mean, I will say this, I'm very fine. Like if anybody here in chat somehow gets an interview, I'm very fine with questions. Nobody needs to be afraid of asking things. We've never really denied answering anything. Also, we take pride in our contracts, so we're not really secretive about it. Most other companies, for various reasons, won't make their contract public. We won't post the official document, but we don't mind saying like the essential rundown. Like our percentage is out there already. It was posted during Gen 2 auditions. We take a flexible split, so like as our streamers grow, we will like go to them and be like, hey, you've made more than enough, you've grown more than enough, we'll lower your percentage. So we take a very low cut. We take 75 to 90%, just depending on where you are as a streamer. So I mean, we don't take it, they get it. I just really said that wrong. But yeah, talent gets 75 to 90%.
Yeah, it's flexible. So I own all my own stuff. So if I ever leave, I'll just be Lumi. But I know it is a very I think it's the most competitive cut.
I mean, I don't know every contract, but I know it's up there. You know, nothing against like other corpos, small company unity, but like, um, you know, I'm pretty sure ours is the best percentage wise at the very least. So
Yeah, I mean am I allowed to talk about like bringing people in and stuff and that being flexible?
like, what do you mean by that?
Like half gens? Like I've seen a lot of questions about because Pandora joined as a half indie because she was pre-debut at the time. I've seen questions about Cyberlive taking in existing VTubers.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much our stance on that is it really varies by situation. Like if we like you and you want to keep everything, we do have certain like things you would need to meet. Like you will have to adjust slightly just because we do have some minimum requirements for everybody. Like if you only stream on Twitch, then you'd need to make like a YouTube channel, for instance. As for like keeping yourself, we're perfectly fine with that, and like in most situations. Um, it really comes down to model quality. We do have like, at least moving forward, we do have like a model quality standard. So as long as it like meets that, we see no reason in like denying you. We could even offer you an upgrade hypothetically, once again depending on situations, but that would be the most important thing, is just design and model quality of you.
Yeah, I see that question like quite a bit. Was just about to ask about upgrades. Yeah, we've. I think Misaki and I have talked about it. Thank you for the 50, anonymous Lumi Gumi. We've kind of discussed it. Oh, and we are very open. I think Misaki is someone. It's hard to meet someone who's so earnest, and I feel like I only ever say good things about Misaki. But it's very true because I mean, she can talk about it, but it's she just really cares and wants to help and wants to see people succeed. Related to this, someone said, "How are you able to offer such a good split? Are you able to talk about the business side of things?"
I could kind of go into it. So it's kind of hard for me to talk about these things because I don't want people to spin this into like me trashing anybody else, which is not the case. I'm not talking negative about other companies at all. However, a lot of the reason why other companies take such a high split is because they're looking at this very short term. They want their money back as soon as possible. And they're just very scared of, let's say, talent leaving and then they lose their money, among other things. Or they're just very focused on earning as much money as possible. We still earn money. I would say pretty much at where we're at right now, we have not gone any more negative than when we started. So it's not like we're constantly throwing down money from a company side of things. However, we technically still are not like in the green, but we're not that much in the red either. We can still offer this split because generally speaking, we're looking at this more long term, so we're not afraid to spend like a little more money and then get it back like in like a few weeks. It's not that big of a deal for us. So
yeah, I've been talking to Misaki about some like moves in the near future and just projects that I want to work on because I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm like a proactive type where I really want to keep doing things, and I think all of the ideas, I mean, all ideas cost money, and she's always been very open to them because we know, you know, if someone's dedicated enough to growing, you're gonna make it back, and it's yeah, long term.
another thing too is I feel like I don't know. There's like so many factors for the really like the small companies. I think a big problem with them is a lot of people getting into it do not have the capital either. So like they really need the capital back. We are not in that position. I mean, obviously it would be nice, but it's not like if our CEO does not have this money, he's gonna like literally go broke, you know? So we're pretty okay on that end. Um, as for like bigger corporations, I think a lot of them just expect like, you know, $1 million a month, which is very, very unlikely and takes time because a lot of your growth is just time based. So, um, not only do they take generally high percentages, but if they're not meeting the numbers, then they're going to be upset, even if they're doing perfectly fine. So.
Yeah. The CEO is taking his entire livelihood.
No,
of
no,
his...
no, no. Our CEO is fine.
Will we ever meet the CEO?
Maybe I don't. I mean, I can't speak on like their behalf, but like we've talked about like them having like a Twitter account to post on. I don't know if they'd ever stream or anything. Pretty unlikely, but.
The CEO is very nice though. The CEO is very nice. How do you choose which VTubers your talents collab with?
We don't. We let them decide. I mean, like, it's pretty much up to them. We don't really ever have much involvement, you know? And it's up to them. If it's just from a talent perspective of how they decide, I'm pretty sure everybody, at least as far as I'm aware, really is more in the interest of friends than like, oh, how big is this person? So they're really just looking for people they want to hang out with and get along with.
Yeah, I think that for sure. Cause like, I mean, any collab that I do generally is because I really like someone. So next week I have a collab. I didn't even ask you about it. I was just like, this is going on my schedule now. Maybe I should have asked. It's nothing. It's fine. But yeah. Very very free. It's very cool. We don't have like a collab limit or anything. So if you notice, like Pandora really loves making friends with people and interacting with people, so she does lots of collabs. I'm a little bit introverted, so I do a lot less, and it's both sides are fine.
No, I was very intimidated by Lumi before I met her. Like, I think we've already talked about this a few times now, but she almost didn't get an interview because I was just terrified of her. I was like, she's gonna be mean. So like, yeah.
I'm
Well,
so
almost.
hurt. Yeah, she thought I was gonna be.
I really did. I wish we could go in the why, but like, I was like, this girl's gonna be so mean.
I'm not. Ow! I do scare people though. Apparently, I do scare.
You're terrifying.
Once I complained to you, even I was like, why don't people want to be friends with me?
I mean, I think everybody in Gen 2 doesn't have this problem except for Menace. It was kind of the reverse of you. So like I was like excited to talk to her, right? And then after I interviewed her, I was like, oh my god, she hates me. She hates me.
Ow. That's why
Menace is very cute.
Menace and I get along really well because we have similar energy, I think. Ow. Would you say that? Ow.
Yeah, the Stacy energy.
Stacy energy. Yeah.
I actually think she may have bigger Stacy energy than you.
I honestly think so too. Ow. Oh, they said they broke my decoder. Wait, 1 second. Which decoder break? Oh, I honestly think so too. When I talk to Menace, I have a lot of respect for Gen 2. I don't know them as well as Gen 1, and honestly, like, I do want to interact with them more. But like, I have so much respect for a lot of the members. But I think Menace almost like scares me with how cool she is. I mean, you've heard her now. She sounds so fucking cute. But like,
Yeah, she sounds so cute, but she's like, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily unprofessional, but like Menace's professionalism is so overwhelming.
yeah, it's like real scary because I thought I was professional, and if you've like talked to me about business, I can be pretty professional. But when I talked to Menace, I was like, all right, we're on equal footing here. Yeah, I don't know. I probably haven't told anyone, but I was like, this is why we get along, is because we have similar ambition and drive. And so Menace is one of the people that I've actually talked to about growth and how to do things and like what I do, because I know that like she's got the drive to do. But she's very, very cool. I really, really enjoy her. Neon Beat! Hey, Neon! How was the end of your stream? Fuck, I missed it! Misaki, you wanna say hi to Neon Beat?
Hello, Neon.
Thank you for the raid! Thank you for the raid! Hi, Raiders. I'm Cyberlive, Kaneko Lumi. This is my manager.
Hello.
We're talking about industry secrets. You guys wanna... Do you have any questions about industry secrets?
VTuber industry.
Yeah, VTuber industry secrets. How was your stream, Neon? I can't even see your fucking message because the chat's just fucking moving. Did you... Did you get further?
I just saw some cursed emotes from him and that was it, so I don't know.
You shouldn't look at my DMs.
Oh.
Oh fuck. I was just amazing. Alright, did you have a question about the VTuber industry? We have a professional right here. Wait, do you want the glasses, Misaki? I'll give you the fucking glasses.
I want the please be patient and female hat.
Okay, sounds like... I like that you enjoy the hat.
Yeah.
My editor made that.
I love it.
No longer professional, honestly. No longer professional. Alright, here you go. Thank you for the follows. You're
Please take me seriously.
Have a good stream, you disgusting brony. What the fuck?
Is that at me or at you?
She's the brony, not me. She's the
I'm
brony.
not even a brony.
Oh, Pegasister, sorry.
No. I hate that word even more. I think it's even dumber. Like, at least with brony, it's like kind of funny, but then with a Pegasister, it sounds way too serious, and I'm like, ew.
I am not a fucking brony. He's just mad because the moment you called her a Pegasister, you're both pony lovers. I'm in fucking pain. I'm in pain.
I don't know if it's very off topic now. There's like a YouTuber, an IRL streamer that's very similar to me. That also is just like, I don't know. I know I don't stream that much, but if you want to know what I'm like, just if you don't know, there's a YouTuber called Jenny Nicholson, and she's pretty much just me. So.
Oh, she's the one who does the deep dives into shit?
Yeah, that's just me.
She's the one who does the deep dives into shit. Oh, I love her. Yeah. Okay, my favorite video of her is when she read the worst book ever. Did you watch that video?
Yeah, I've seen all the videos. I subscribe to her Patreon just so I can watch everything. There's like hours of content, and I just watch it. That's all I do.
She did like a review on. She voiced a bunch of MLP fan videos.
Okay, so here's my story for people that are aware of MLP or Jenny Nicholson. So there's like a fan series called Friendship is Witchcraft, which was just like abridged My Little Pony but dark, but it was actually good. Like, I normally hate abridged series, but that one was really good. And one girl, Jenny Nicholson, did all the voices, and they were good, and I watched it when I was younger. And, you know, I liked it. And then I got older and I started watching Jenny Nicholson. She always sounded familiar to me. And then when I found out she was the voice of them, I just lost it. I was like, what?
Why do you watch these things? You're embarrassed. Now, this is why.
Oh, yeah, now I'm a dude. You don't know? I'm using a voice changer right now.
We're both using voice changers. There's no women on the internet.
There's none. Yeah, there's none.
We'll take the hat off, actually, because it's no longer accurate. guy though. Neon was saying that when I was like in his chat the other day and he said that he thought I was. I do talk like a guy in text. Ow. Would you say?
If I, yeah, well, I mean, maybe you talk differently with me than you do other people. What I've seen you talk to other people, I think I would say, yeah, you kind of talk differently than me though.
Yeah, well, I'm not afraid to like say stuff to you, but I feel like I type like a guy. But this is because when you like, she was like, my pee-pee's so big it slaps the floor when I walk. It's 12 inches of porcelain, baby! 12 fucking inches! Please stop exposing me. Please stop exposing me. This is terrible. Oh, ow. I'm in pain. Where did the 12 inches come from anyway?
Is 12 inches hard or soft?
It's porcelain, so can it be soft? Hard all the time?
That's a good question.
Let's please discuss the physics.
How about actual work? What do you mean by this? But I always had a very chill shit happens kind of work ethic towards streaming. Can you elaborate, Soma?
Thank you for the one. Wait, let me read out the question. How much actual work is the aimed amount with the VTuber companies? I'm honestly curious because while I've thought about doing the audition stuff before, I've always had a very chill shit happens kind of work ethic towards streaming, and that always makes me a tad nervous for combining with an actual company thing. Oh.
I mean, we're also different than other companies, so keep in mind, stuff I say here does not necessarily apply to other companies, big or small. As for us, I mean, we're pretty flexible. Contractually, you would be asked to do 3 streams a week, but we're even flexible on that just because, you know, life happens. You should expect to devote at least like most of your off hours if you have a full-time job to VTubing. It's a lot more work than just on stream. There's a lot of research and setup, among other things. If you want to make streaming a career, then you should join a company. It's not to say like people here don't have fun or whatever, but it's you should have the drive to make this a career if you want to join a company. So
yeah, I mean, just from my experience, so people know. I think people know now. In the beginning, I think people were kind of doubtful, but we've already talked about our cut and stuff, and it is a very good cut. I am a full-time student. I'm a full-time student, and I pay my tuition and all my living expenses of streaming. So I would say that I'm kind of more driven than most to grow, which means I stream like 20 hours a week plus, and then Misaki knows like I'm always working off stream. Like there's a lot of like networking is one thing, but also just figuring stuff out, planning. I do a lot of karaoke, so the singing streams always take time to practice. Work is 40 hours a week. Yeah, well, I have school.
yeah.
And I mean,
it's so funny. Like I'll be up late because Lumi and I are different time zones, and I'll be up late, and then Lumi's still up, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? she's all messed up. She works very hard. I think chat doesn't really realize that about you, but you're like, if you're not live, you're still doing stuff.
yeah, well, it was, I did a stream, I think most famously, thank you for the follow. I did a stream most famously, I played Getting Over It, and I was extremely determined to get fucking over it, in one stream, and in order to beat that in 3 hours on stream, I practiced for 17 hours off stream, and I had my time down to under 20 minutes off stream. And then when I was on stream, I was like freaking out a little bit. I was super nervous, and like also there's some FPS lag. I was still streaming on my laptop at the time, but I put in 17 hours off stream. Hi, Emma! I put in literally 17 hours off stream in between school and everything else. Because I was like, I'm gonna fucking do it, and it's gonna be fucking great. It'll be content. People will love it. And I don't know. I tried really hard. I don't know. I think, yeah. As a company, back to the question. Some people are more driven. Other people have real life things that come up. And yeah, like Misaki said, I think there's like, you know, just different grades of stuff. Yeah. I'm a workaholic. So.
We are. It's a problem in a good way most of the time. But I did see earlier, just to answer this, because I saw it a few times. A few people asked about if we pay base salary. We do not, but it is not necessary. Everybody is earning enough to make it at least like minimum wage if they're going off hours of like how long they stream. Like in a worst case, even everybody's doing just fine. I think everybody's happy with like where they're at. So
yeah. Someone said, what filters an applicant instantly from applications?
if you don't fill out the form properly.
I've given some advice to friends who DM'd me, honestly. And I told them very seriously, I was like, you need to treat this like a real job application and fill out the written part, like, seriously. Because people do read it.
Yeah, people... Okay, in a hypothetical sense, if a company is only gonna interview 10 people and take 5, they're gonna be very picky about who even gets an interview. They're gonna be like, this person didn't really answer this part that well about like why they want to join us. Like, we should do what this person that did instead. Even though that's kind of like a dumb reason in the grand scheme of things, companies will do that. So...
How bad are some of the worst audition videos you've gotten? You want to talk about Hylos?
I won't talk about other people's, but I can make fun of some of yours.
Yeah, we can go. There's a range of videos we got.
I'll only say, so technically for, I forget if we did this for Gen 2 or not. I think we did, but we allow people to send just audio if they really want, because some people are in situations where they can't do like full videos, you know, for whatever reason. So it's an option. Only 2 people that have gotten in have been audio only. And I would love chat to guess who those 2 people are that just did really scuff audio auditions. Those would probably be the worst out of everybody that got in, but they still got in because they filled out the oral really well. So
I actually only know one of them. Who is the second one?
I'll just say their names. It's Hilo and Yoki.
Yeah, I wonder who... There were some extremely good videos. I think in the end it comes down to like... Yeah, we said this earlier, but just feeling unique and presenting yourself well.
Yeah, like if you can get across your charm points audio only, then like go ahead. I would truly recommend a video because that really helps. It will really boost you and your odds of even just getting an interview, but it's not impossible. So
yeah. I think it was like famously Hilo that just sent in a voice clip with like all of his stuff, and it was just like instant yes. Hilo was also, I believe, the first one you said yes to.
I mean, Hilo... Actually, I won't get into that. I won't get into that now, just because I don't know if I can, but Hilo was in a weird situation compared to other people, so...
There's a question about... Wait, someone said... I'm just trying to read all of the questions. I have not played Sekiro offline at all. So if you're doing worse than me in Sekiro, you should just feel bad. I'm kidding. I just play a lot of Souls games, so I'm used to the movement.
Were there applicants you regret rejecting? No. I'd say I'm very happy with everybody we picked. I mean, we also have limited slots, you know, like it may suck to not like recruit somebody, but you can't take everybody. At the same time though, sometimes in a grand scheme, there's been people I like, but for whatever reason, it's just like this isn't the gen that they should be in. There's plenty of people I didn't even interview that I loved. And I hope they reapply in the future. But it's just, you know, for whatever reason, we can't take them on at certain situations. So.
Which is why some of the Gen 2 members probably, right? Because we had them for a while. It was just like, you know, Gen 1 is this vibe, Gen 2 is this vibe. If you've noticed, Gen 1 is kind of we work Cyber Fable. Gen 2 is Cyber Alter, so it's a bit of like a villain theme. So just fitting into that, I think, was very important in the audition process. Someone asked, does IRL appearance... Oh, wait. First, Jinx asked, if you receive 10 outstanding applicants, how do you filter it down to just 5? Misaki has like an extremely high success rate of like winning picks. I don't know. Do you know what I mean, Misaki?
I don't know what you mean, elaborate.
I feel like Misaki interviews someone because, and then she just like has good taste or something, because your interview to debut ratio is basically 1-to-1.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I get what you're saying, yeah. I mean, generally speaking, if you're getting to an interview, your odds of getting in are pretty high. There's not a lot of people we even get to the interview phase, so like props to you if you get there. But yeah, you know, like generally. No.
Yeah. Does IRL appearance matter if you do video submission? Obviously, the avatar makes less of a concern, but I still wonder.
No, I mean, you don't even have to show your face for the video portion. You can do like edited videos depending on like what you want to do instead. It doesn't really factor, especially if like you're doing VTubing, which is non-IRL appearance related. There's really no point for us to care about that type of thing. So
I don't know about other companies. Well, I know like a very, very limited amount. But I would say we very, very highly respect privacy here. I mean, we take like crypto for privacy reasons. Like that was a completely privacy related decision to take that. And like when I was getting my computer, remember Misaki? Like when you guys were giving me my computer, you guys like didn't even remember my name?
Wait, what do you mean? Your name's Lumi.
Yeah. But I think we just like, we know each other as ourselves and that's all that matters, and so we've never really cared about anything like besides who you want to be. Probably.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I should say this. I see there are a lot of people that I don't know if it's just they're not educated enough or just don't understand, but for actual company auditions, you will have to give your legal name some form of identification, among a few other things, because you are signing a contract. This is a job. This is legally binding. It's not like you can go buy some fake like online name and just get on by. Some people find that like sketchy, which on one hand you should be always careful about like who you're giving your information to. But it's not sketchy for a company that's signing people under contract to need your legal name. I just want to like clear that up, because like sometimes people discussing that is just like a big pet peeve I see on Twitter. But yeah.
How important is gen cooperation?
I mean, people don't. It isn't like they all meet each other before people are accepted in or anything. So like you never know. But I mean, it's important. I think everybody just in general gets along well. I think if you vibe with me in an interview, you're most likely gonna vibe with everybody else. So it's kind of easy than hell.
Yeah, when we were prepping for Gen 2, Misaki would like often DMs me and she'll just be like, I was talking to Emma all day, or I was talking to Menace all day, or I was talking to Inori all day, and she just gives me like point by point, like, they do this, they're so cool, we have so much in common.
Yeah. Wait, no, do not lie to me. Don't tell me, oh yeah, I like this. Just like vibe. I think it's not that I take it like unprofessionally, but like at least in the interviews I've done, I've tried to like, befriend you in general. And out of everybody on staff, I'm probably the most relaxed one. So like, like if you ever get an interview, just like hang out with me, let me see your personality, because it's the main reason we're interviewing you.
Yeah, it's definitely comes. It's just like a regular job interview. If you've ever worked in an office, something that you look for a lot because you're gonna be working very, very, very closely with people is like you have to get along first and foremost. So like, I'm not gonna go into. I thought of something. Is Manager Sun the only manager for Cyberlive at the moment, or is there each gen getting their own manager? We have a Gen 2 manager.
Yeah, we're still getting more. There's like recruitment processes we're still going through. We also, we're not technically official staff, but we have people we contract for other things that work very closely with us. So yeah, Vera is very chill.
Yeah, we have Vera for Gen 2. We have in-house 3D modeling, which is a real staff position. Yeah, it's growing. We are definitely like a grassroots company, but I think Misaki and the CEO care a lot, and so they're working on that. What's the likelihood of having male talent in a future generation? The dreaded question.
So, no, it's not really dreaded because I've kind of spoke about it a few times. The thing with hiring males, if you will, is we don't know exactly how we're gonna do it yet. We want to. It's just like there's a lot of specifics you got to think about because marketing males compared to like female talents is very different. And it's also less of a tapped market, so it's a lot harder for companies to get market research, what does well, what doesn't. So it's very scary. We want to, at least like hopefully in the near future. But it's just like, there's a lot of like factors, and it also isn't just up to me, it's up to other people. So
Yeah, we've like talked about it too in our own talent Discord, and we're like, oh, this person would be great, or like kind of discussing it. I think it just goes to show we really like VTubers and we want the industry to grow and be part of that, right? I'm trying.
yeah, it's just, there's so many. I don't really want to get into it on stream, but there's a lot of factors you have to consider. I feel like people don't think about. So.
Yeah. Diallo says, do you judge voices if they have attractive/unique voices? I would say every Cyberlife talent has a pretty unique voice.
Yeah, that is a factor. I don't know how it'll be in the future, but I would say everybody's diverse. Like I can tell who you guys are just by like listening. It's not like I get confused. That is, I guess that is a factor. Depending on our model situation and our vision for the gen, that can also be a factor. Another thing I've kind of discussed too before is like voice type ratio in auditions can change your odds of getting in. For instance, in a hypothetical sense, if we're hiring 2 people with cuter voices and 2 people with more mature voices, but the audition has 80% more mature voices, the odds of somebody with a cuter voice getting in are way higher. So that can be a factor. So, because you're going up against a larger pool, it's harder for you to get selected.
I think one thing that you mentioned to me was like when I auditioned, I showed a lot of range. Would you say that's true?
Yeah, I would say that's true. I mean, I don't know if I can even say what your audition video was, but like you did a lot of things, so.
Yeah, well, it's like 6.5 minutes. I just like piled on a bunch of stuff and was like, here you go.
Yeah.
Hope this works.
I think your audition video is like the most unique one I've seen too. I don't think I've seen an audition video like yours.
Thank you. Thank you for the follow. I don't know. I liked a lot of audition videos and I think I watched every single Gen 2 audition video. There are some crazy creative people who auditioned and ended up not being chosen. But I was like super blown away. I was linking Misaki like 20 videos. Like, please look, I love them. Will Vera become a manager VTuber like Misaki?
I'm unsure. I mean, I guess everybody's unsure. She's just more of just most likely just gonna be just behind the scenes because my purpose isn't really to be like, hey, I'm a manager and a VTuber. It's more of like, I can do group events. I can host those. I can just be like more of a face for the company to talk to about things. That's more of my goal, and we don't necessarily need a second one of those at the moment. So.
How do you market your talents off stream? Oh, that's a question.
God, I mean, I don't even know what I can get into regarding that. There's a lot, you know. At least for me, especially early on, I was very marketing focused because at the time, I noticed there was an extreme lack of marketing in general. People didn't really post a lot or really advertise like what they had to offer very well. And that's been like a pet peeve of mine. And I'm not the best or anything, but that is something I'm a lot more passionate about than I would say some other people. Marketing and branding are very important in the long run. So, I mean, there's a lot of things we do, like little things behind the scenes and stuff we're working on already, as Lumi knows, that we're like working on for the future. It's just a lot. We also have some like contracts with other people that we work with for marketing, so.
It is really, 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 really important though. It's like, I think when the biggest reason why I joined a company at all was because I was like, I will put in as much work as it takes, but I have no idea how to market. And so that's why I was like, please help me. Like I'm I'm like huge workaholic, but I'm like super dumb about that stuff. I'm like grade A at self-sabotage.
I think I just have like a very good brain for looking at like, oh, this is really bad to do. Like people are not gonna understand this and like making it clear. So I think that would probably be my biggest area of expertise regarding marketing is just like, oh, you didn't put your link to your stream in your tweet saying I'm now live. That is really bad. Don't do that. Stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Do you want to comment on the VTuber viewership demographic? More male viewers, more female, about even? You wanna comment?
I mean, our percentages I can't exactly say, but it's very high male leaning. So.
It also varies by talent.
Yeah. Yeah, depending on which talent, they have a different percentage. But yeah, I'm trying to think of who the lowest would be. Maybe Yuri? I think Yuri might be the lowest.
Most even, you mean?
Like just like the lowest male percentage out of everybody. But I guess it's the more even one.
Really? I think Menace may actually pull an even ratio as well.
Yeah, I maybe I'm wrong here. I'm just trying to think of when I last checked. Also, I don't think you've seen other people's. You may think yours is bad, but compared to others, it's different. But yeah,
I know exactly where I stand.
there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's very. I would also say streaming culture in general. I don't think a lot of like females watch streams. I don't know. Like, even with like more female like geared things, I don't think a lot of like girls watch streams. It just is more of like a male hobby in general.
That's true. I think also I specifically, I mean, just based off what I know, I play strategy games. I play strategy games.
Yeah, gaming. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll be like the most like female percentage because I have very weird tastes. Like in my upcoming schedule, I'm talking about Flash games. So.
Yeah. Yuri says getting past auditions for me was an experience. Yeah, I remember.
I don't think we can talk about that, but like the most I can say is Yuri did not have an interview with me. So Yuri had auditions on hard mode.
Based on what Misaki said, for Cyberlive, are the models already there? Are you auditioning for a certain role? Can you talk about that?
It's both. We said publicly that some models are pre-made, some are not. We also may have like specific visions in mind, like for instance, in a hypothetical situation, if we had like all the more mature models done, then we would like already casted, then like, you know, we'd be focusing more on like filling in like cuter roles. So it varies by situation. It's usually a mix of both. We'll probably have some pre-mades and then some open slots for create your own, or just like indies joining. So
Yeah. They're talking about marketing, like ads and stuff. There's a lot of different things with marketing that it extends to.
Marketing can also, I mean, it isn't, marketing and branding are different things, but I would say branding is a huge part in marketing. If you have like a terrible setup everywhere, then it's really gonna hurt you when you're trying to market yourself. So. Also somebody talking about ads and conventions. I mean, that's possible. Conventions in general are kind of weird right now. Like, I haven't been the one since like everything happened. I mean, you know, we'd love to go. There could be some stuff in the works like sometime soon. Besides that, as for ads, we're perfectly fine with that. We've technically run some like small ones. They were nothing like super big. I don't think a lot of people here saw them, but it's something we look into. We're perfectly fine with it. But there's a lot of other factors we're considering before that, so.
Yeah. I don't think I saw any other questions unless people. I don't know if I missed any. I think I got them. But yeah. Do you want to talk about the debuts? Behind the scenes of Gen 2's debuts. Oh my god.
I don't want to share too much for the sake of like, you know, people may not want like everything shared, but oh my god. There was a lot, you know. There's like with the debut stream, you can do all the tests in the world and stuff will still go wrong in the last 5 minutes before you go live. So like it's just a curse. So
I mean, it's really scary, especially, I mean, company VTubers are like... It's scary because you have an image that you think that you want to uphold, and then at the same time, you're like, I don't know, you go on to so many people at once, probably more than you've ever spoken to at one time before. And like, I thought I was ready, but I wanted to throw up before my debut.
yeah, no, it's terrifying. I mean, I actually think I was like pretty okay during mine. The only like issue I had was I mean, I think I've already said this, but my model, like my tracker thing I was using, the track stopped working when I went live, and I did not have time to fix it. So I had to be tracked using something else, and it was just troublesome. But yeah. You know, the scuff is probably the biggest thing. Nobody wants to have issues, and they just get so anxious over having issues. They have issues. So.
Alright, someone said, on auditions, you ask if the person has any chronic mental disorders like depression, and does it affect your decision? I don't know if you're allowed to talk about that.
No. generally we ask questions that could lead to people talking about that, but that's not really something we ask about. You know, like we could ask about flaws or like issues you need to like overcome in a general sense, but we don't necessarily like ask about that.
Yeah, I don't think that's something that generally you are allowed to ask on a job, because it's still, yeah, legally, I don't think that's...
Yeah, but also you never know if people are even like telling the truth about that. You know, there could be people like just want to get in that would lie anyway, so it's just better just to ask in like a general sense of like issues that you have and like what your flaws are, in my opinion, because that's what matters more. I've met people with like mental illnesses that you know, don't really have anything that would affect them in the workspace. So.
Someone says, is it easier if the person's already a VTuber before the audition? I mean, we have a ratio.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like super leaning if you were a VTuber and then your odds like skyrocket, but it does help. It helps having just a portfolio of stuff that we can look at, and then it also helps just confidence reasons like, hey, this person has been streaming for like a year. We can trust that they're gonna like stream for a long time and care about it and not just like dip after a week. So
yeah, but we definitely have both in Cyberlive. I think Misaki has a pretty good handle on if someone will do well, so I feel like all of our talents are naturals at some level. I mean, I feel like all of my gen mates and Kohai are just very, very good. But, ow. Yeah. Let's see.
don't look gloomy.
Ow. Why do they wanna... Misa! Are there hardware requirements for being an applicant? No, we help with that.
Wait, wasn't the question, are there requirements for being an applicant? Or did I like mishear?
Are there any hardware requirements for applicants? Sorry.
Oh, no. I mean, obviously it would, like, in like a really like hard decision, it would help, but no, we help with that. I mean, Lumi's been public, like we bought her a new PC fairly recently. We help with that kind of thing, so.
Yeah. Are we allowed to talk about 3D stuff?
Yeah, I mean, like in a general sense.
I was just saying equipment for 3D is...
Yeah, no, we help with equipment as well. It also depends on your situation, because the equipment we use for 3D, some people already have, so.
But like, I don't have any, so it would be like yeah. I think they're very open to that, which is very cool. I think says quite
In general too, we're pretty open about paying for anything you need. It just has to be discussed. You know, like if it's something that you really need to grow, then we don't mind helping out at the very least. So
yeah, because it is an investment in the end.
Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we are a company. We're not gonna just, you know, give you a bunch of money and expect nothing back. Because I see a lot of people that also fail to understand that at the very least we're gonna want our money back at whatever we're investing in. Joining a company isn't, wow, I get unlimited money and assets. You know, there's other perks that, like, you know, like it's pretty obvious that like with most companies, pretty much all of them, you're going to be giving like a percentage of your earnings, but there's a reason why you are. It's not just like join this company, you're going to get a percentage of your earnings taken away just for a model. There's plenty of other reasons. So
Yeah, just like future stuff, and I don't know, there's a lot behind the scenes that companies take care of, so it makes sense. Someone says quite a number of experienced VTubers are looking to join companies these days, but Cyberlive doesn't really have a reputation for taking on indies. Do you plan on getting a half gen to advertise this to potential experienced VTubers out there?
Potentially. I mean, we've talked about like upcoming talent, and we haven't fully planned anything out, but we're perfectly open to that. It has something we've been discussed, but nothing's like set in stone. So
yeah, it would definitely have to be a decision between the indie or whoever, and then that. But it would. Can I talk about cut on that?
Yeah, in like a vague sense, I guess.
Because we went over our cut earlier, like the split, and it would be. I think that's probably the biggest question, because when you move from being an indie to being company, you give up something, right? And we've talked about it, or I've asked Misaki about it because I know people are curious, and it would be a flexible contract. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, we're open to negotiation too. If you wanted to join and it wasn't a percentage you were comfortable with, then we can always discuss it. Depending on the percentage though, that might, like, you know, it's a lot easier for us to invest a lot more in you if we're getting it, like, to some degree back a lot easier. So, like, there's other factors you have to consider, but for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Definitely, a lot of VTubers immediately invest their earnings into more content. Yeah, it's crazy how much I've been recently talking to, because I am very I mean, it's been said like 3 times at this point. I'm really ambitious. I really want to grow, and like a lot of the money that I get goes right straight back into VTubing. Like mic setup, like the PC obviously was helped with by Cyberlive 4, but like probably all my money goes back into VTubing. It's definitely a long-term investment. Like, I'm not really thinking about, I don't know, like this isn't spending money. It's just like this is my career. And I think we take it pretty seriously. Let me see. Can indies join using their own assets? And then Bodega Rat has a question. How would that work? Would you reach out to the indie or open it like an application?
Could indies join using their assets? Yeah, I've already kind of talked about this earlier, and in general, it really just depends on... We do have asset quality standards. We could always help you get better stuff in like a worst case scenario. But at the very least, you could keep your brand. As for how would that work for indies, you could always audition and just specify like, hey, I would like to keep my stuff like either in the notes section, or sometimes we have like a, do you want to join as yourself? If the audition form is specifically to keep yourself, then that's like a given. We could reach out to people, like if there's somebody we're interested in, we may like, you know, scout them. That hasn't happened before, but that's not to say it couldn't happen ever. So
I think for that it's more like trying to be respectful of indies' wishes, because you're not always sure if they do want to be corporate, because there's like obviously rules and a little bit that you give up. Because
it's not for everybody. I wouldn't say like anybody should just join a corpo. There's good things and bad things, and there's... If you don't do well, even having to like do like a few minor things just for the sake of like a group, then like you probably shouldn't join a corpo. It's very teamwork focused. If you want to work with a team, then that's what you should do. But if you have issue in that environment, then you probably should just remain independent.
Yeah, it's definitely like, I think everyone has to make a little bit of sacrifice to work together. Not saying like anything crazy, but like because we have like a group commitment to improvement, you know, there's stuff that like I mix for Gen 2. Like a lot of the voice clips that came out, I was the one kind of mixing, and that's something I did just to help. But it's super teamwork related. Like Pandora's very, very good with video stuff. Yuri's super great at content creation. Like there's just a lot of stuff that people help out with. And so yeah, it's definitely like you have to put away some time just for like corpo stuff. Question, does talent have any influence on merch creation?
Yeah. Talent has influence on merch creation. I mean, also there's like, you know, we can't always do everything depending on like the time frame, but yeah, talent has influence on it for the most part.
Yeah, I had a hat that came out for my birthday merch. Wait, I have my merch little gif. I had a hat that came out and I designed that. I just drew it. And I know like Misa has done some of the merch design. We've outsourced a little bit based on what we wanted. But for the most part, it's kind of been like, Misa, I would like this. And then she's like, okay, sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Probably a touchy question, but it's something I've experienced in a job a lot. How do you handle conflict resolution? I'm sure not everything is 100% perfect, even though it might appear outwardly so.
It's kind of hard for me to answer this without like, you know, giving specific situations. So I guess without doing that, the best I can say is just it really varies by situation. Some situations, like conflict in general, there's always like two sides to every story. There's always a lot of factors you have to consider. Some people are in the right. Sometimes it really is just both people are in the wrong. And you just gotta work through that. We haven't really had anything that's like, you know, super major. So it hasn't been anything like super serious, but generally speaking, I feel like all of us resolve things. So
Yeah. Would you say that a large portion of your job as manager is like pretty people heavy?
yeah. I mean, I would say my day to day is more so with you guys about things rather than just like me doing like paperwork. Like talking to people and planning and seeing what they want and just discussing things in like a day-to-day sense. So it's a lot more people and then just managing like people's relationships with one another.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the company is still like, you know, 10 girls.
Yeah. You know, I feel like chat should know how girls can sometimes be.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
But I think everybody gets along really well with one another. So.
Oh, for sure. I feel super lucky. I'm like still kind of surprised because I learned things about my gen mates still, and I'm like, man, we're really cool. We're like really cool. There's a question. Is a talent supposed to manage the YouTube clip stuff, or is that something that someone else goes and does? I have an experience with this, but I don't know, Misaki, if you want to talk.
Yeah, wait, can you restate the question? Sorry.
Yeah. Is talent supposed to manage the YouTube clip stuff, or is that something that someone else goes and does?
Are you talking about like personal talent clips or our official channel? If you mean our official channel, then somebody else manages that. If you mean personal talent channels, that varies. Sometimes like a talent will be like, hey, I want to just upload this clip. I think it's funny. I'll go do it. Upload it. Other times it's like we have somebody else that does it for them. So
yeah, I think I'm probably the first one in the company. Not really. I know Hilo at one point had an editor. I have hired an editor. And that is a personal thing that I discussed with Misaki about. Yeah. 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 I mean, it's purely because I want to keep growing that I did it. And so it was a personal decision. Do you aim for specific talents and abilities in recruiting a VTuber? Do you worry if you have too many similar talents?
yeah, that's a big factor. It also factors just more so in auditions. Like if a lot of people are similar, it's a lot more likely for you to blend into the crowd than like if you stand out, like you have this like unique skill or something. Generally how it is, yeah. If you're a lot more unique, you will stand out more. This not only applies to audition though, just even like previous talents. I would say Gen 2, all of them add something that Gen 1 doesn't.
I would think so. I think Gen 1, it was weird because we had such a diverse gen. Like, you usually don't have... I mean, like, game choice is something that I'm very interested in. Neon wants a rapper for Cyberlive? We have 2 rappers. Hello? we have 2 rappers. Hilo is a rapper and Pandora is a rapper. But Gen 1,
I would say Hilo has the most rapping ability out of
she's
everybody.
really good.
Yeah, she's saying rap god. Come on, Miyambi.
I think Pandora did also.
Did she?
Yeah, I think she did. She's definitely rapped in her karaoke streams, and I was like, oh fuck, she's fucking good. But I think it was one thing that I noticed with Gen 1 was like, because we're so free and we have a lot of Gen 1's kind of like a gamer gen, because we all cover like different niches, which was what really surprised me.
And actually, to some extent, that was completely accidental. Like, you know, I had people, at least for me, that I wanted to accept in, and it just kind of worked out really well that, like, my top 5 picks ended up all being diverse on top of just, like, what I was looking for. So, it worked out really well, I'd say. Yeah. There's a lot of, like, you know, other, just even VTubers in general that just kind of do the same thing over and over again. And I don't think anybody's really like that. Even if you guys play more, like, normie games, I guess. You all have like your own spin on it. Like I know when you played like Minecraft, you were doing like something with like I think it was like you were building like some like astrology tower. I don't remember for sure, but like you know, it's unique stuff like that.
When I did it, I did like an architectural history lecture.
I didn't remember for sure. I just knew you did something.
Yeah, it was. I think it's a comment on the VTuber industry that I'm not sure if we really want to go into. But you'll notice that Western VTubers are a little bit more diverse generally. And Japanese company VTubers are also, like, we have different cultures. For sure.
Yeah, no, it's completely different. I would say the Japanese side of things has so many indies, but not a lot of them that do super well. Versus here, where there's plenty of indies that are like very successful on their own. I think Japan just has so many streamers. It's very hard for you to branch out at this point. So like it creates kind of a problem of like everybody's like similar viewership. So
Really quick, people are shitting on my aim, and my aim is fucking good. Shut the fuck up.
she's a woman. You can't blame her, chat.
It's not my aim, it's my movement! Ow! I can't dodge, okay? I can't fucking dodge. But yeah, it's definitely a culture thing. We talked about this the other day when we were talking about like Japanese idol culture and how it's very like girl-friendly, like you have to be cute and you talk to people and it's a very personal experience. Whereas I think Western VTubers kind of take on the more general streamer experience where we're entertainers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing with Japan, not to like really get into it too much, but they have their own. I don't know how to explain it. At least compared to like the U.S., Japan is kind of a lonely society. That's why like there's so much depression, and then people just living on their own. There's a reason why there's a lot of like cheating in Japanese society. Like there's a reason why like love hotels and like so many like brothels like exist. It's just like a very lonely culture. So like there's so many things that like appeal to that for both like men and women. So
Yeah, I think it's only a big culture shift. Alright, next question, because I see more coming in. I'm like, oh my god. Do you have a part-time job / full-time job along with VTubing? Are you full-time streaming? How do most talents manage this? We've kind of covered this. I am a full-time streamer and I'm also a full-time student. I manage this by not sleeping and drinking a lot of coffee. I don't want to speak too much for my gen mates, but
I think everybody, I mean, I think it would be at least everybody's goal in the company to go full-time. Not all of them can for various reasons, but like they would love to if they like given the opportunity. So some people in Cyberlive are, some aren't. It really just is based off of their life situation. So
yeah, but I mean, so for me, I'm full-time. This is all I do. It's yeah, I'm full-time. I gotta scroll for some questions. Anyway, someone says, that's really good to hear. I'm just a little cynical and wonder how a bunch of random people can become such good friends. Well, I want to say something on that because I've made friends in the VTuber industry in the last 4 months that I've been streaming, and I feel like it's been such a freeing experience because I don't know if I talked to you about this, Misa, but I've always enjoyed the concept of streaming. But I'm a very private person. I mean, I'm a thief and the space cops are after me. So, but I feel like there's a lot of maybe shy or introverted people who never wanted to put their face on the internet. And VTubing lets them do that in a sense. Thank you for the follow. And I've met so many talented, like kind, amazing people through VTubing that I never would have met ever in real life. And I feel like I've made so many really good friends that I truly get along with. So I think, you know, it's just like people who, we all like games and we all like, I mean, we all like kind of anime and we have similar interests. That's why we're VTubers. And so it kind of puts all these people in like the same community, and that's why it's, I don't know. I have a lot of love for VTubers, and I know Misa does too.
I mean, we were kind of talking about this the other day of like VTubing just kind of being very similar to the furry community, just anime related, because a lot of the appeal for furries is like, wow, I can have this like persona and be like anonymous, and be in the art style of that I like. And that just kind of translates over the VTubing because there was a need because streaming outside of VTubing is very like you need to show your face if you want to grow practically. It's almost impossible to either not have a brand or not show your face and be a streamer. So like people that are uncomfortable with that for various reasons couldn't join streaming even if they're like perfectly talented and want to. Like they would have never like grown. But with VTubing you can. Even just like outside of like the more anime styles, like VTubing has like gone to like even like more like American cartoon styles, and then I even know like the furry community's kind of in here now, so.
Furry VTubers. I definitely have seen like more, because VTubing obviously started in Japan, but I've seen more Western style VTubers in recent months, like Kimrai?
Wait, what? Sorry. It was like a little low.
Oh no, it's I've just been saying like there's more Western style VTubers, like art style, like Kimrai, right?
I would say VTubing, like the concept of VTubing kind of finally moved past just the anime community. Now there's people that have always wanted to be streamers that don't really like anime that are getting into it, so more like Western styles are starting to appear, because, you know, that's just what they prefer.
Yeah. But I
Well, if you don't mind, can you like hold down the stream and like chat for like just like a minute or two? I need to go like briefly BRB.
Yeah.
So. Okay, I'll be back. Goodbye, chat.
And we're gonna let her come back. She's so cool. Misaki's very, very easy to talk to. I'm gonna skip down to the bottom of chat and I'll go back up for questions. New models cropping up are so cool. I'm very optimistic about the VTuber industry. When will Misaki have her debut? She already debuted over on YouTube. Let me find her link. I'm super optimistic. I've talked to a couple people about this, but I very honestly feel like VTubing will be a little bit more normalized in maybe the future. Just because like in the end it's I'm still streaming and I'm not playing a character, if you guys have noticed. And I think here's Misaki's channel, by the way. I mean the metaverse. I feel like I'm just being myself. I'm just a streamer who is anime. And I do think it'll normalize more, and the more like that we see different people show up is like it's really cool to see. It's really great. I'm very optimistic. I think 2022 is gonna be a really good year, especially for corporate VTubers. One thing that Misaki and I are very passionate about is like, it sounds weird because we're so small and we're not getting it. Like we're so small and so new, but like maybe setting a good example for newer Western companies. Because our model is very different and our contract is very different, and I think we just want the best for people. Like there's a lot of times when Misaki and I talk about other girls and we're like, man, we love them so much. We just want the best for them. And so very passionate about actually helping people. Yeah, Misaki, when we talked about what we wanted to discuss today on stream, Misaki was like, when I talk about furries. It was one of the topics you wanted to talk about. Will Cyberlive open Japanese and Korean branches? Ow! Well, we have Pandora, who speaks Japanese fluently. We are pretty international, I would say. During the auditions, I was looking at a couple Korean applicants. Full disclosure. Yeah, well, you saw PP speaks 3? 3? Yoki did not mention, but I think she may speak more than one as well. Thank you for the file. At least, I think like 2.5. I think she speaks 2.5. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're interested in having... I don't know. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, we're very free about it. It's kind of, if she's happy with her community, we're like weirdly community. We're not weirdly community. It's different. We're very community focused. Like I have a very, I don't know, I interact with my community a lot. And I think Seina's also very close with her community. It's different for corporate VTubers or VTubers in general, maybe. I don't know. Do you have a comment on my community? Oh, sorry, Misaki's muted.
I was muted this whole time. How could you?
I'm sorry.
How did you strip away my rights like that?
Oh my god, it's your female. Ow.
Okay, everybody say goodbye to Lumi.
Are you throwing things at me? Ow. Misaki said, ow. What was the question? Oh, we were saying, we are interested in having VTubers from other countries that speak different languages. Obviously, Chapipi speaks 4 languages. Yoki, I believe, speaks 2.5. Pandora speaks Japanese. Sienna speaks Spanish and streams in Spanish. And we're open to whatever the towns want to do. And that led into the question about communities. And then I said, Misaki, please rate my community out of 10. And she said, the Lumi Gumi share or something. I'm gonna take that. Ow.
The chat culture is very different than anybody else's in Cyberlive. So even though there's a lot of overlap, your chat's just different.
I really appreciate my community. I think my favorite thing is like they hang out without me, and that's how you know you've made it.
Yeah, they don't need you anymore. They have
No.
each other.
Do you ever think about adopting some of the Japanese idol ideas, like one-on-one fan meet and greet events?
I mean, yeah, that could be something we do. I'm not entirely sure how we'd set that up. I mean, I know from my own, like, Japanese idol experience, typically those fan meet and greets, at least in Japan, are like, you spend X amount of money, you'll get like 5 seconds to shake their hand. So we probably wouldn't do it that way. But like you could always do it other ways. I know like at least Yuri was thinking about VR chat meetups now that she has her 3D model, stuff like that. So we're not entirely sure how we do it, but that's like on the table. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to do like VR meetups. I've never really done anything in VR, but I would be really, really excited about that just because I'm very close with my community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you want to be a furry, Lumi? No.
She is a furry. She's just in denial.
I'm not a furry. Out of Gen 1, there are 3 animal people and 2 non-animal things. And I am not an animal. Any major multi-gen collabs in store for the future? Yes, we are super interested in that. We really like each other. There's already a couple in the works.
Misaki, are you a furry? No, I am not. I
Don't
just have
listen.
been in furry adjacent communities. So like I know a lot about them.
Oh my god. It's tough to interact with your community when you have thousands and thousands of viewers. I guess we'll deal with that when we get there. I think my ideal community would be, and if you're in my Discord you may see it, but the mods host their own events, like even right now. Let me see. Right now in my Discord we have 8 events scheduled. Why do we have 8 events scheduled? Seriously? Who does these? Okay, my mods schedule their own events without me.
They need you, Lumi.
They don't need me. Tomorrow at midnight, following the Gen 2 debuts, they're watching a movie together. I am not included. They're watching another movie before the debuts. Why are they watching? How? It's like a movie marathon tomorrow that I have not been invited to. Monday, they're gonna play grand strategy games together. I think they're playing either Crusader Kings 2, Europa Universalis 4, or Hearts of Iron 4 on Monday without me. Oh my god, they're scheduling these like weeks in advance, Misaki.
They're prepared. I gotta get all the homies together.
I think I do work very closely with my mods, I would say, to make sure that the environment is comfortable, not just for me, but like for people who join. And I recently got a marshmallow. Actually, I can pull it up. I got a marshmallow from someone and I was so touched because it's something that I care about very deeply. Like, I want my viewers to be like happy in my community. And someone said, I just wanted to send a message thanking you. I haven't felt this comfortable in a Twitch community before. I just feel like I'm meant to be. May sound cringe, but it just feels right. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. And it made me so happy because it's something that I really, really care about. I don't want like the Discord to just be focused on me, and I don't want my fans to be like, oh, Lumi. I really care about cultivating like the friendships and stuff that they've started to do, and so I feel like my ideal community is like, if you guys can hang out, then it's good. Yeah, and I've never seen a corporate VTuber company or any kind of content creation community do that kind of thing. Honestly, it's very strange.
Yeah. I just think like not only is VTubing different, but like we're also kind of in a different place than most people, which has its own perks and cons. So.
Yeah, but it's great that I'm allowed to try and like I don't know. I appreciate all the work that's gone into doing that. Alright, people were throwing stuff at me. Do you think there's any major problems with growing too big?
I would say for the streamer, not usually no, other than like possible doxing, but that can happen even when you're small. The only like real cons really come from the viewer, I would say. A lot of people that are watching smaller streamers are there for the comfy chat community, and as that person grows bigger, it's a lot harder for them to like stick around and get to talk to their like favorite streamer. So
Yeah.
I would say that's like the main con, but
Is there a con company-wise? I know we were talking about like gen sizes at one point privately. Do you want to talk about that?
what do they mean by like con?
Like if like there's some very big VTuber companies and there's also smaller ones. Like you notice that VTuber companies release gens in groups. And I remember at one point we were talking about like, because we do five talent groups. Is there a con in growing too big as a company, do you think? Like, how would you manage that?
I guess for us, I do think. Okay, I'll break it down this way. So we aren't really interested in really pushing out gens super often because we're in the ability. We'd rather focus on growing the people we currently have and supporting them first. So like as you've seen before Gen 2, we did like alternative outfits, 3D, among other things, and we'd rather do that to fill the space and like help us grow in the meantime than pushing out gens every few months. So that's more of our focus on that. I do think there is like cons to growing too big in this terms of like having too many streamers, but I still think it's important to like get a new batch in and like cover all of your bases interest wise as well.
Yeah. I think one of our biggest concerns for Gen 2, am I allowed to talk about? It's just like the scheduling stuff.
Oh, I think that's fine if this is what I think you're talking about.
Yeah, it was just like, sometimes there would be no one streaming. Like if I was taking a break or something, then nobody would stream. And so,
I would say especially with Gen 2, I mean, I'm looking at the current schedule for next week, and we have days where there's just like 10 streams in a day. So I think like we're getting to the point now where day-to-day schedule is pretty rounded. Like there'll always be at least one stream a day. But yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, they're just talking about chats. Base ID.
Chat PP schedule is in Eastern Standard Time, I think, or Eastern Time. I'm pretty confident in that, but I'm not 100% sure. So.
I can check. Any chance of doing group streams like group marathons for charities or just special events as a group?
Yeah, we're interested in that. As far as I'm aware, I don't believe we have anything in the works very soon, but we'd probably do it like sometime in the near future. It's something we're interested in. A big thing though with charity is you really got to be careful about which organizations you're supporting. So it involves a lot of research to make sure they're not, scummy. So.
Yeah, we've done charity events before. Hilo sang in a charity event.
Yeah, Hilo's done that. I think at least like one other has done something for like another event as well. Like we've participated and will participate in like other charity events. We're unsure about hosting one ourselves just due to a few logistics, but probably do one eventually at the very least. So.
Yeah. Don't know if you guys answered this before, but are there any times where you guys were like, we could have done that better in hindsight?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, not to just like feel good about ourselves type deal, but I think we're pretty good about seeing what we do wrong and improving it in the future. I think like us from a few months ago is pretty different from us now. So.
Yeah, there's definitely... You learn as you go.
Yeah.
it is still a super new industry. Content creation itself is a really new industry, and like VTubing is a whole other. There's like monster of stuff because there's like one thing that you don't really know about unless you're a streamer is like there's also like politics between stuff, and you know who you know and who you interact with can affect your growth and all of that stuff. And there's a lot.
I see one about burnout and fatigue. I'm not sure if you're reading that one too, but
What was the question?
it was asking like if we have like anything in place and like concerns about like overworking yourself and like fatigue. We're pretty flexible. Like I know some just like other organizations in general will push their streamers really hard. Like you gotta stream like X amount of hours, X amount of days. We're pretty flexible on that. Like, you know, if you need time off, so be it. Like Hylo just took a break like a few weeks ago. So we do have that going for ourselves. If I ever see like anybody that's getting like really overworked and like just truly just like pushing themselves beyond what they can do, then like I'd step in and like make sure they're okay.
One day, Misaki, you're just gonna like come knocking on my door. Lumi, please leave.
The thing with Lumi that a lot of people don't realize too is she really just likes doing this and is the same off stream as she is on stream. So
I'm an idiot.
I don't think people believe that this is just you and you're very authentic on stream.
I'm really dumb.
Yeah, she's not taking it. She's just stupid, chat. Like,
I'm so dumb. I know. It's sometimes I like I'll sit there and I'm like, oh, why? Yeah, I'm just stupid.
I mean, are we allowed to talk about what you're doing later this month, or like, are you waiting to talk about it?
Oh no, we can talk about it. Oh, thank you for the gift sub. Dreaming, thank you.
Yeah, you can say it. I guess since it's just relating to you.
Oh, I am taking a vacation on the from the 17th to the 24th. It's my first vacation. I usually stream like 5-6 days a week, sometimes double streams. It's not a voluntary vacation. I gotta go, but it'll be nice to catch up on sleep, and then I'll be back streaming on Christmas Eve, so it's not extreme workaholic. Yeah.
Lumi can finally rest.
Yeah, Lumi can finally rest. Now that Gen 2 is out, and it won't be like... Because I feel like I don't want to brag about the time, but sometimes I would be like, if I didn't stream, the day would just be empty, and I'd be like, oh man, I should do something, you know?
I think that's more of an issue with just like only having 5 talents. I think now that we have 10, our like schedule, as I said before, is a lot more filled out in days. So
yeah, it's like if I take a break, what happens? And now I can worry a little bit less. Wait, someone asked, do you plan to schedule streams like other companies where one stream ends and another begins, like a relay? I'm sure that's something that we would consider.
that's not something we necessarily hard enforce. I mean, I think in general, just everybody, the way we schedule our streams as a company is we just have a calendar that people put their times on. So people, if they have like a general block they can stream, and usually they'll avoid overlap if they can. Also with Gen 2, they're a lot more like diverse time zone wise compared to Gen 1. So we have a lot more like off hour times, at least for the US, that will be filled now. So
yeah. Why is the chat just, let me take a break, let me take a break? I don't want to take a break. That's how I avoid burnout. I'm just stupid. I don't know. I'm the kind of person who, like, if I'm not doing anything, I'll look for something to do actively. If I go on a vacation, I'll probably be out there, like, trying to work. Alright. Speaking of time off, do you prefer your talents to plan time off, or do you allow them to kind of take time off randomly? Basically, how strict are y'all on informing breaks and such?
wait, sorry, can you repeat that?
Do do you let us take breaks randomly, or are you pretty strict on like informing of breaks?
Informing is pretty much key. I mean, we're not really strict about them, but like for high-low, it wasn't necessarily required this, but like she told us like a few months in advance she was going to be taking time off like a certain period. We're pretty chill about it. I mean, I just think communication in general is important for both sides. Like if you communicate like in any setting to like your managers, I think you'll end up a lot better than if you're just kind of doing whatever you want without communicating. Because while we okay pretty much anything, just communicating really helps us, you know, get a general idea of where you're at. So.
Yeah. Okay. There's a break in questions. Is there anything burning that you want to talk about the industry or anything? Could even be furries.
Not the furries. Nothing that I'm not gonna really talk about in the future. I think VTubing, I know some people think this is just like a fad, it's gonna die, it's already dead, you know. I don't think VTubing will ever go because it fills a niche in the streaming market it needed to be filled. There needed to be a place in the streaming sphere for people that can't show their face to stream. And also more for like avatar people to like have their place. And VTubing fills that. I think VTubing will evolve though. I don't think it will always be so Japanese based as like it is right now. Like a lot of it is just very like anime, like follow like what the Japanese companies are doing. I don't think it will be like that. I think it will really develop into its own, at least in the West. So, yeah.
Yeah. Someone said VTubing allows so much creativity, it'll never die. Yeah, that's something that's really crazy to me. Like the advancements in VTube Studio, like tech advancement and just like people coming up with crazy new ideas is like, I just feel like there's endless potential for it. Like plus VR and 3D, I think there's just a lot. And as an industry, I feel like it's not really a fad anymore. Like people thought it was a fad in the beginning, but it's just because we're shifting away from a certain archetype of VTuber does not mean that the fad is dying in any way.
I don't think it will ever die. I think it will just transform into something different than it is now. It's a really important role to get like tons of talented people in the streaming under just like a private persona. I think that's something that will always need to be filled in streaming. So.
Is there anything you guys would like to do but are hindered by any restrictions or limitations?
I guess it's complex. There's a lot of like, you know, like physical events that we'd like to do in the future. Just right now, due to just how the world is, are kind of hard. Like I'm sure a lot of like Gen would like to go visit like each other, but like that isn't really possible right now. We'd love to like go to like actual events because like in general like VTubers are getting invited to those, and like, you know, it's just kind of tough right now. So I would say that's one, but then also like a lot of limitations are mainly just time based. You know, you want to get this like project done, but it's going to take 6 months. So
yeah, I think a huge gate to VTubing stuff is just time, because like even a cover, right? I can record a cover today, but you might see it in 2 months.
yeah.
There's just a lot of time that goes into stuff, and
Yeah, for us it isn't really like, oh, we can't afford to do a cover, oh, we can't afford to do a 3D model. It's more of like, wow, that it'll take a long time to get that prepared. So like I wish that wasn't the case. Like I would love to like get everything done tomorrow. Like we can pay, you know what I mean? But it's just, you know, artists take time on the work among like other like requirements we have to wait on. So
yeah. And also I think one thing that needs to be said is you're very, very respectful of artists. Like anyone we work with, we try to be, you know, I don't think we've ever pushed anyone to do anything like crazy, and you've always been very fair about it. So treating people right usually.
Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, honestly, as long as like the person's like, communicative about like their timeline, because like as a company, you have your own timelines you need to meet. So as long as you're like that with anybody you work with, I think you'll be fine.
Let's see. How close are you with industry people in other companies? Do you talk and share tips and secrets to the talents in different corpos hang out off stream? Are we allowed to talk about this?
I feel like we shouldn't, just for like other party sake. I think we should avoid that.
Yeah. Companies talk.
I wouldn't even say it's just other companies. Like I already kind of touched on this before, but with VTubing, in most like toxic communities, it's usually the fans that are the problem rather than like the creators. I think it's the reverse in VTubing. I think genuinely speaking, VTubers cause most of the drama and just like weird stuff that happens in the community, and then the fans just kind of have to deal with it. It usually isn't the other way around. So.
I can't believe you just said that.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong though?
No, it's, you know why it's so weird? Is because your entire persona, your whole brand and entity is purely digital. And there's nothing connected to it, and so I feel like the anonymity gives you so much more like... You feel free to say stuff. And I think because there's no physical tether to it, it doesn't feel like... And I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't talk about cancel culture. But there's nothing to prevent you from doing anything to a VTuber.
Oh yeah, no. I just think also like, it's a really big problem, I think, in general. It's just kind of like the drama culture in VTubing. Especially since, VTubers have brands that not only do they want to protect, but also want to potentially bring others down. So it becomes this just like, I want to get bigger. I could like take down the competition with this, or I could, like if I interact with this person, it could be hurting me. So it becomes this just like giant like circle of like messiness.
Yeah. And I think everyone at like after a certain level has to deal with that, and like I think maybe that's one of the biggest restrictions is like even I'm very myself on stream. Even I have to consider like, oh, you know what, I shouldn't do this. Like I shouldn't say this, I shouldn't play this, that kind of thing. So yeah. It's tough. But it's kind of fun. I think Misaki and I enjoy that stuff. Will a 3D concert ever happen? Can I talk about my 3D?
Yeah.
I'm doing a 3D concert. So stay tuned. Everyone knows that I sing very often. So for my 3D, it will be slightly different from the previous debuts. I'm not sure if this was talked about, but does a VTubing company offer traditional job benefits like health insurance?
We don't, but we want to. We're just not big enough to do that yet. So
yeah, that was something that we talked about in the beginning, I remember, and it was just like...
I think it was actually like told to everybody during their like at least their signing, if not before.
Yeah, I thought that was really nice. I know I talked to one of the Gen 2 members about transparency on the contract, and it was like being able to know a contract before you sign it and then being able to be like, nah. Is very cool.
I mean, we don't really have anything to hide necessarily with ours. It's pretty straightforward. We don't publish it for other reasons. It's not necessarily we have anything to hide, but there's other issues that could happen if we are like fully public with it, just like posting the document. But like we're pretty open about like what's in it. So
yeah. Do you have any preparations for when you grow big enough to attract negative attention for your women jokes? Misaki already yells at me a little bit. She's wearing the hat right now, but I've gotten DMs.
I mean, I don't know. It's not like I'm a guy, so I feel like I can make like mean jokes about just like myself.
That's what
Like,
I
I'm
thought.
I make these jokes with people I know, like outside of this. Like this is just how like we are, you know?
Yeah, Misaki and I have like we've got like a darker sense of humor, I think. and it's kind of like I don't know. We'll see when we get there, but I have no intention to really change who I am because I'm gonna get shit for a woman joke.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if people are actually so sensitive, they'll care if we just like truly are making fun of like ourselves, in a jokey way. If people actually care enough about that, then I don't think they're people we really want to hang around anyway.
Yeah, man, based Misaki, that's a hot take. I like that. How much of the VTuber stuff actually... How much is VTuber stuff actually affected by business type take down the competition mindset, really? Is that something that affects Cyberlive in particular?
We don't have that mindset. I wouldn't even say it's necessarily like a company mindset within like other companies. I think it's more of like an indie mindset.
Can I talk about stuff that I've dealt with?
Depends on what can you like kind of be vague with it?
Yeah, I was just gonna say like I've had people, I guess, spread rumors.
Oh, and yeah, then you could go ahead with it. I think it's pretty.
Yeah, I've had people spread rumors about me, about how I act off stream and how I am as a person, and it hurts to be talked about that way. Especially because I feel like as a VTuber and content creator, I try to be helpful and I'm very mindful of how I treat people. And I don't know if it was cancel culture related or anything like that. I don't know if it was like a competitive thing, but I'm sure at some level, you know, you see someone who's like in a company and bigger than you and you're like, I bet she's this.
It's also just funny because I feel like a lot of what has been spread about you by like other VTubers is from people we don't even know, you know, which makes it just like odd. Like we've never interacted with this person, but they're talking about her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'll see comments like that and I'm like, and we're not the type to do anything because I feel like I feel very strongly about like being the, I don't know, just if it's not true, it's not true. It's not gonna stick. But it's frustrating that we're already at that point where people try to say like, oh, Lumi's like this off stream. Don't talk to her, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I wish like everybody could be a lot nicer to each other in general, especially when just like the stuff, at least for you, is just like so untrue and like baseless that it's just like, how does this even happen? You know?
Yeah. I think it's something that I've realized recently is content creation, being a streamer takes so much mental fortitude. Like so much. And I was a performance artist and like a musician, and this is something that I kind of dealt with at a certain point. But I never really experienced being a streamer and trying to have a community that I cared about. It takes a lot, and so I would never blame anyone for acting the way that they do, because I know where it comes from. But it's just like, man, this is actually a really hard job.
I think it's just really harsh because, you know, with VTubing also kind of being close knit, you recognize people and you just, you know other people, you know who they like, stuff like that.
Yeah, it is. It's tougher than I thought it was gonna be. So I'm really happy. I think another thing of being in a team is like, yeah, I have these people to fall back on. So, thank you for the follow. You're probably not allowed to talk about this. Are you funded by a venture capitalist?
No. I mean, I don't know if we could say it's nothing shady. It's kind of funny where most of our capital has come from. I saw some people thinking it was like crypto or NFTs. It wasn't anything related to that. It was just an industry that boomed thanks to 2020. So simplest way I can put it that I'm allowed to talk about.
Yeah. Will Lumi forget us when she gets big? No, Misaki and I we're not spreadsheeters. I would say we just have good memories, so I'm not gonna forget anyone. Yeah, and let's see. I'm just scrolling through and seeing if we have any more questions. No. There's no spreadsheet. There's no spreadsheet. It's just once you start interacting with people, you realize who they like. You notice things about them, and it's just like, okay, I know you now.
I don't think I could do that though, because personally I'm terrible with names. Which is sorry, chat, but like I recognize your names, but I like mix details up about you. So I could never do what you do.
I mean, so I used to be like a guild leader in a game. And it was a very, very big guild, and I was someone who I was in like a position. I ran the guild, and one thing that I did was remember very specific details about people so I could check in and just make sure that everyone was happy. I think a lot of people are just inherently good at this kind of thing. I did do some raid leading and shot calling, but mostly I was a people person, and I think that's just one of the skills that I had. And so when I applied for Cyberlive, I wrote that in my application. Do you remember that?
I don't. But like I remember telling you after when we like talked about this ability, I was like, why didn't you just talk about this more?
That was an extremely separate ability that I will never ever disclose.
No, but we also talked about that, so...
Yeah, I wasn't a guild... I was not a front-facing guild lead. I was more of like a... I was a co-GM. Yeah, little shot calling, that's why you still do it in sweaty moments. Yeah, when you watch me play some games, you can kind of hear when I shot call.
They keep asking about how I tricked you.
That's up to you to say.
How do we give it in like the vaguest terms possible?
I was on the fence about applying, and then I saw something that someone said about Cyberlive, confirming that it was... Because it was fresh and new, right? You don't join something on the first gen because it's... You're like, what? And then I basically saw a comment somewhere saying that this was legitimate? What'd you say?
I feel like this is sounding way too weird out of context now. I mean, I guess, kind of.
Basically, it was kind of like put into my attention by Misaki, even though I didn't know it was her at the time, and I was kind of like, okay, sure, I'll go for it. And then it's also why Misaki thought I was gonna be mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also why she thought. Because I also said something that was kind of like in jest, and then she was like, "Who is this person?" Thank you for the sub. 4 months. 4 months. Yeah, I was guild lead. I'm never gonna really go in depth about my guild lead experience because I did it for a long time, and there are people that I know that would recognize me, I feel like, and
Lumi, they're gonna look for you right now. They're all like frantically searching.
I feel like I've dropped enough details that if you were there at the time, you would know who I was. Nobody's connected it. No one's connected it. I just want to know what game. I'm pretty sure I told everyone what game.
I think that's even worse. If only they knew your history.
God, if only they knew.
If only they knew.
Sometimes I watch my old friends, who are... Has to be WoW. No, it was not WoW. I know like a weird amount of people from it. Basically. Like, I've told Misaki some of my connections to people. And sometimes I'm like, why? I should have just streamed earlier.
I wonder if a certain VTuber like remembers you or recognizes you at all.
I think if I name drop myself, they would.
That's kind of funny.
It's extremely funny. I have
Only
a
Chad knew the rival.
I have a mutual friend with a certain VTuber. And it's extremely funny if you know it, but otherwise you won't
Yeah,
get it.
if only Chad knew who the VTuber was, man. If only they knew.
Oh, if only they fucking knew. Holy shit, do you guys we've only been talking for like 2 hours. Sometimes we just hang out. This is just a hangout stream. We're just hanging out.
Yeah. That's just what we do at private calls anyway. We're just chilling.
Have you collabed with said VTuber? No, and I don't think I ever would, honestly. Not because I don't want to. I'm
silence.
not because I don't want to. More like it's a very big person, and I don't want to use previous connections for growth. I hate that. So. Not interested for that reason. Yeah. Yuri, do you wanna hop in? Feels like taking advantage, yeah. Yeah, it really does. I think something that I've been outspoken about is being friends with VTubers off stream. So I'm like friends with people because I like them. I'm not friends with people because I want to use them. And like that's why also I don't do too many collabs. Even though I show up on streams a lot and people catch me. The funniest thing, Misaki, is when people catch me in a stream and they're like, does Lumi ever sleep? No. But I also just really like VTubers and I like supporting them, so I'll just show up. And then we might never collab, but I'll still be there, you know? Yeah.
Yuri's in the call, by the way.
Hi, Yuri! Oh my god.
Wait, what?
She showed me something. What if she asked you to collab with you? Sure. I definitely would. Or she did. Or if they did.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi!
Hi! Can I have your Fugi link again?
Yeah.
Mine isn't even working. I'm just like staring into the void.
Yeah.
I take it you saw the thing.
Yeah! Damn.
DM me? Question mark?
Ow! Ow. Oh. Who's that again? This is my genmate, Yuri. Yuri, say hi and introduce yourself while I pull up your Fugi.
Yahoo! My name is Amadis Yuri. I am Lumi's genmate from Cyberlive. I am the world's absolutely most adorable, cutest, most lovable, sweetest, funniest leopard out there.
You're not Lumi.
She's not a leopard!
Or is she?
Oh, I'm resigning. Goodbye.
I'm trying to find Yuri's face. She's extremely cute and funny. Ow! Let me find her. Yeah, Misaki has like extremely good taste when casting. I want to talk to you more about casting. Extremely flat.
Extremely flat! Excuse me! Hey! 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 Flat is justice, okay?
Yuri is flat and proud. Okay, chat? You can't bully her. She's happy about it.
I have the cutest chest.
That's such a weird thing to. Did you just say that? Like for real?
I'm a bit more of an ass person.
I mean, that's all you have, Yuri. I understand.
Have you seen? You guys should see Yuri's 3D model. She does have kind of a huge ass. It's disproportionate.
I'm working out, okay? I'm working out. It's paying off, right, Lumi, you can see it's paying off.
Yeah, it is paying off. She does. It's like a strangely disproportionate ass.
But what's wrong, we'll never know.
Oh. I feel like it's very. I don't know. You can kind of tell.
She requested it. It's okay.
Seriously, I can request that.
No.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Lumi, you will have nothing and you will like it.
I'm in pain. I'm gonna request it right now. Please make my ass gigantic. Thank you.
Please.
No, I'm not gonna send it. I'm not gonna send it. Wait, Yuri's so short compared to Misaki, and they're like the same height. 1 second. It's kind of like
You're
not.
shorter than I am.
There we go. There we go. Misaki is. Ow! Stop. Just do squats. You guys want to work out with me one day? When we're on 3D, do you want to work out with me? What?
My hat.
I'm fixing it. There you go. I'm tall.
Why am I crying?
Cause you got called flat by Neon.
Yeah.
Well,
It's over for you. Your career is over, Yuri. There's no
my
coming back.
my career's not over. My career's just starting.
Would you ask Bea Tani for collab? Bea and I talk in DMs. I don't know if I would ask her for collab. I think I would want her to ask me because I don't want to. I don't know. I respect her enough to not ask, I guess? Does that make sense? Bea's a very established person, that's all.
I think in general you're just awkward when asking about collabs. Because, I mean, there's a lot of people that only want to collab for the sake of, like, growth. But I think Lumi just genuinely does it. She's afraid of coming off like that. So it turns into her own problem.
Yuri can be the mascot of Flat Earthers.
You know what theory's better? Hollow Earth.
Don't start. Don't fucking start. You're a brownie, you're a furry, and now Hollow Earth. Don't fucking start. Yuri is literally so flat that we have a picture of what's under the dress, and in 2D and 3D, might I add.
Hey, I've got some bumps. They just might not be like my boobs.
Her chest just, like, moved all the way down there and just stayed.
The bumps.
I don't know. Have you, Lumi? Have you seen the special things I have on my 3D model?
Yep. I've seen those things. We have very accurate 3D models.
Some stuff is modeled, so, you know. Just look away, chat, if you ever see.
One day you'll have something painted like the last Subver and she's my tape. Is Emma's painter in chat? I would like that art, please. I want to eat off of Yuri.
That's ooh. Yeah?
I mean, you are my wife. I'm allowed to eat off my wife.
I can't even come up with a response.
I look how, like, both me and chat were just cucked with that sentence. Lumi, how could you?
But I have,
Like I say at Far Cry, I mean, I'm happily cucking the chat all the time when I'm streaming with Lumi.
I have
That's
many
terrible.
wives though.
Chat, we can band together. We can break them up. It's okay.
You have chat. Don't forget that the other day when Misaki and I and Jelly and Hilo and Yuri were all talking, Misaki went into chat and said, Chat, I would make such a good wife, chat. Where are the insecure guys at? Who is that? Who is that?
You're, like, combining two things I said in two
Who is that?
different
Who is that? Was you?
contexts.
You said that.
I know I said it separately. you know, I was asking where my like insecurity lovers were, but you know, then it came off wrong. So what was I supposed to do?
No, the VOD is gone. You'll never see it.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you weren't there, you'll never know.
I'm actually making a highlight of that. Sorry.
No, no, Lumi. Stop it.
Yuri, are you into confidence or insecurity?
I think it depends on I think it depends on if they're a girl or a boy.
Am I confident?
Crazy.
You
And I
give
love that.
off confidence because of your Stacy energy, but you're like not actually, I would say.
Actually, that's true. That's true. Sometimes I go to Misaki's DMs and I'm just like, Misaki, I don't know what to do. I'm surprisingly insecure. Yeah.
I like cute, small, shy girls, but then I also love crazy bitches.
I had this discussion recently. Do you find insanity attractive?
No. I don't want to be
As long as
around
I'm the more
crazy
insane
people.
one.
You will probably always be the more insane one.
This is true.
Miyazaki, between Menace and Yuri, who's more insane?
I guess it depends on what. I think they're two different types of insane. Like, Menace does like her own like insane things on stream. Like she does more insane actions, and then Yuri will say more insane things. But I would say overall, Yuri's more insane.
You just burp.
If only chat knew how many like burps just go on in calls.
Me and Menace will burp at each other back and forth.
I want that to be a whole stream, I think.
Our first collab is gonna be so cursed.
Literally, whenever Gen 2 is on call, like it's very specifically mainly Gen. There will always be burping, and then people just laugh, and then there's more burping. Like they're like, it's terrible.
I watched, so we did test runs of the debuts for Gen 2, and I think every single test video, barring like one, had burp. Like every single one of them. It was so funny. Amazing. I mean, it says a lot about confidence, I suppose. Give me the follow.
Very ladylike.
Extremely ladylike. I've given up. The first collab stream that we ever did, Hilo burped on me like 6 times, and I told her, I was like, Hilo, it's not very ladylike. At this point, I've just given up. I cannot reform them.
One of our highlights just like 90% Hilo burping.
That's, yeah. Yeah. Are they chugging soda all the time? I don't even know.
Yes. Yes, we were literally, me and Menace were talking about this, and I remember like Inori said something to Menace like, did you drink another soda?
Amazing? VTubers do not make the healthiest decisions. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm healthy. Ish.
You don't sleep.
This is true. I said I'm healthy and then I realized it's 3 a.m. right now and I'm
But I mean, I don't help you with that. We literally stayed up like until like 12 p.m. one day.
We don't even do anything
Playing
like...
Catan.
Yeah, we don't even do anything. We were playing Catan. Like...
My sleep schedule is like I'm sleeping right hours. I'm just sleep. I mean, I'm sleeping like the correct like I sleep like X amount of hours per day, but like I go to bed at weird times now. And I think it's just because I kind of readjusted you guys, just because you guys are awake at different hours now. So.
Yeah, I've been doing these late night streams recently, and like I feel bad for my mods because they have to be here. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah, I don't even know. What were we doing The other night I was just watching like a show because I was like not tired, and then I just next thing I knew it was like 9 a.m. and then it's not good. It's not good. Yuri, do you have any comments on the... We are doing an industry deep dive. Do you have any comments on the VTuber industry?
Shoot, what have you not covered? Oh god, this is being sprung on me so quickly. Let me think.
Most of the broad.
Huh?
I was just saying, I think we covered most of like the stuff that we can talk about at least.
I mean, if anyone has questions, I feel like we're not really... Oh, is there anything you'd like to change in the industry?
I mean, I feel like we've already done a lot of, or at least are working towards stuff that we have already wanted to do. I mean, there's different company models and there's different VTuber models, like not like avatars, but just like structure. And I think there's places for all of them. It's just not everybody can handle one environment versus the other. Like some people really want to like, you know, have a lot more down. Like you need to do this. Would rather have like the flexibility, for instance. So I think like, you know, as much as I would like other companies to operate more similarly than we do, I think there's still places for ones that don't. So I
feel like because the VTubing scene is so new, there's like most people are trying to stick to like companies are trying to kind of stick to one like similar like way of doing things because, you know, like I said, it's very new, so they haven't really been trying out new things. And I think Cyberlive is I think we're trying to like break some expectations in the agency community, and I wanna set like new standards and like hopefully promote like how do I put it, like like doing more things with the with the things, you know, doing more things with the things.
Yeah, basically sums it up. That sums it up. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I have like some goals. Like, I really want to get into like beta testing games and that kind of thing, because it's something that I like on my own, and it's like I don't see any VTubers in that. I feel like as a group,
I don't think there's anything wrong with it though. I just want to clarify that because I don't want people to like interpret anything we're saying as like negative about the others, because I think there's a reason why they're successful and there's a reason why there's a place for them. It's just like, you know, I think diversity in the industry would be nice as a whole. So
I was trying to say diversity, like the things with the things, new things with the things.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was just really trying to say like I just want to be like a streamer and do streamer things and not have to think about being a VTuber, because I don't want VTubing to become a restriction.
Yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be like one set way of doing things. Like I feel like there's a lot of different ways you can go about this.
Yeah. Yeah. Doing new things with the new things, less of the tropes. Yeah. I don't know.
It'd be cool if like VTubing would expand to like something more than just streaming. Like I would like it to see it expand to like all forms of content creation.
What about Wendy's VTuber?
that's gonna happen. I feel like it's inevitable.
I wanna see is she just Wendy? Is that Wendy, or does she have a different name?
That's Wendy.
Mascot?
That's Wendy.
Yeah. I wanna see Wendy become real.
Any interesting cross-gen mega collabs coming up soon? I'm gonna leave those as...
We're working on one. Gen 1 and 2 can collab like however they want. It's really just time zones is the biggest issue with them. It's just getting everybody awake and able to stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. We don't even have like first month collab restrictions, right? Like we're
In company, no.
in company. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
We have some minor ones for outside because we just in general we don't want people like jumping in and interacting with people without establishing themselves first. But these are like very very minor, and then like they immediately can do whatever. So.
Yeah, I think we're already planning a couple of things.
Oh, sorry.
Is that your meds?
No, I dropped my microphone. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, it's okay!
But thank you for reminding me. I probably would have forgotten if it weren't for you.
Imagine Lumi bringing them in on these late streams. I really enjoy the kind of like impromptu collab culture that we have. It's something that, like, if a gemme shows up, I'm very happy to just talk to them, and it's nice. It's nice. I don't know. Does anyone have any other questions? Otherwise, I don't know. Are you guys tired?
I'm not, but I'm different time zone, so.
That's true. That's true.
Lumi, you can't sleep tonight.
Yeah, I know. I owe you Catan and Phasmo and other things.
Yeah.
That's the
Another
big
secret private thing.
another secret private things. God, imagine. Imagine. Can you send me weird videos, please? Thank you for the follow. But people are gonna get really worried. People in my chat seem to get really worried when I stay up. It's probably not a good thing. Weird.
I mean, your sleep schedule is all whack, but you still sleep usually at least like a good amount of hours. So.
Perry, hi! Hi, Perry! Perry, did you download the game? Perry, did you download the game? Are you practicing the game? Perry! I already have it, but... Wait, don't talk to Perry about concerning about me when she's awake at the same time as me. Hi, Perry. Guys, Perry's here. Perry love.
My favorite pair.
Perry, do you have any questions about the VTuber industry that you want to talk to my manager about?
I'm not cool enough for this honor.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Perry, want to join our call?
Oh no, not Moon Jelly all over again.
You're the coolest manager around.
How do I become a manager? Oh, how do you become a manager? Good question, actually.
You apply. As simple as.
Yeah, we recently had manager applications.
We don't always have them open, but if you really think you're qualified enough, you can always email us at info@Cyberlive Corp, and we'll like take a look at it. But yeah.
Yeah. Perry, you want to talk about industry secrets? I don't even imagine being a manager. Would you say your life as a manager? Do you feel like God, Misaki?
I am God.
See, she's power tripping. She's power tripping. Wait, what about talking about secrets? We were just answering questions. Thank you for the follow. We were answering questions about like the industry, I guess, and talking about secrets.
Or just like, I mean, we're kind of in a place where we could be kind of more transparent, I would say, than other companies can be about like our policies and such. I mean, people can assume, but I think in general, like for even like groups, people aren't really upfront about that. So
Yeah, we're celebrating our Gen 2 debuts, and we were like, let's discuss. Oh, I got one. All right, shoot.
I'm terrified.
Why?
This long pause is not helping.
The silence is kind of scary, admittedly. The silence is kind of terrifying.
She's writing like a 2-paragraph essay, like right now. I can see it.
Oh my god. Hi, Faucet Filler. You need to major in psych for these girls? Ugh. It's kind of terrifying. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a manager, I think. I feel like at some level I'm like I'm not. I do plan things with Misaki, but I wouldn't call myself a manager because it's just too much.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
It's a commitment.
TikTok manager.
We give out free iPods. I don't know if they'd be considered free, but if you want an iPod, you could ask if it's work related.
Can I have an iPod?
Misaki, give me an iPod.
No.
If an artist makes a fan art of one of the talents and includes it in an art book, will the included character need some share in the sales?
This is very specific, Neon. What is this? It would just, as long as you, I would say, in a hypothetical sense, if an artist wanted to, just like contact us and talk about it. Most likely not, but we'd still want to go over, like, you know.
We've never really discussed our fan art rules. We don't really have fan art guidelines.
I mean, they're about the same as the others. I mean, just like, as long as it's not like trying to act as official merchandise, then it should be okay. And just like, you know, inform us, we'll be fine.
I mean, also for that, it's like all of our merchandise, we are very clear about buying rights, and we try to be as fair as possible, especially if it's like a fan art that we really like and would like to turn into merch. Yeah, really flexible. Bet you didn't expect a serious question. I would like to answer more serious questions, but I feel like nobody has. And give more serious questions. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Oh, wait, Perry, you asked about auditions. When are the next auditions for anyone to be a VTuber? I got here late, so I don't know what questions were asked. Misaki?
We're thinking about, just because generations take a long time to prep for both like recruiting and like new people, we're probably gonna do them relatively soon. I can't give exact dates. It will be in like 2022, but it will definitely be early into 2022 is what we're looking at right now.
We were considering for like I feel like at one point we were considering a half gen. Would it change for like, because we talked about this earlier, we talked about basically taking in existing VTubers. Is there a different timeline for that, or would that be the same thing?
I can't give you specifics right now. I mean, like, internally we kind of have stuff prepared, but like it'll come out relatively soon. Like, I'd say look out for something in the next month or so.
Oh. Will Cyberlive build competitive gaming gen? Males?
Man.
I would
I
like
feel
to.
like competitive gamers are not in this field. Just looking at what I've seen, they're really not here. They're very hard to find in general, and hard to find people that are talented in other aspects we look for. They're just not here. If you're good at games, you're just like IRL streamer, or you're just a part of a team. You're not really in this business.
Yeah, I don't know too many VTubers that are really pro level. It's just tough.
Yeah. I mean, isn't Vienna part of the team?
Vienna? Okay, so recently she announced C9 Vienna was a competitive league streamer, I believe, and then she recently decided to go full-time streaming. So it is tough to manage.
She's like the only one I can think of that's like a esports related. So.
I mean, I would love to get up there, but I don't think I can, so somebody change.
Esports is like its own like dedicated thing. It's very hard to get into, especially now. So I mean, it would be something like, you know, if we see somebody that can do that, we'd be interested in it. It's just, you know, there is not a lot of them, if at all. So
yeah. Wait. Oh, Perry was like, I don't know how open we're being here. We're being pretty open. I think the only thing we're not talking about openly is like stuff that concerns other companies. If it concerns our company or the industry as a whole, we're talking about it. So don't feel.
It's just more broad stuff. We're not really going into specifics about like things.
Niji Sanji recently banned RAT and art of their talents from being sold. What is Cyberlife's opinion on people selling smut of their talents?
Our policy is like just communicate it to us. Also, conventions versus selling it online is very different. If you're at like an event and you just have like let's like say you're an artist, I think that's its own thing, versus just like having like a merch store online.
I feel like we wouldn't say anything about selling a print of a talent online, even if it, because some of us do have RAT
even then,
tags.
you know,
like
really, it's just like contact us. You know what I mean? If we
Yeah.
see anything, then like that isn't like communicated, that might turn into an issue. But just like if you're interested, just talk to us. It really is a case by case basis.
Yeah, because I feel like the only thing that is limiting on smut is like if the talent themselves don't really have the tag, it would be disrespectful to the talent to sell smut, you know? Otherwise, it's like.
Yeah.
Alright,
Some what now? What is that?
Smut?
No, don't teach me words, Lumi.
What is that?
Don't pretend. Why are you pretending?
No, like I actually is that NSFW? I actually don't know what the term smut means.
Why do you not know what the term smut means? Your
I
rice
don't
purity
know!
score is lower than mine.
Okay, I've heard the term smut before, but I wasn't sure if it was like I thought smut was like a gore thing.
I do not believe her at all. Like
Stop lying!
I thought smut was like gore. But then the way you guys are saying it just sounds like you're talking about like NSFW.
I think smut is like soft porn. Right?
I know what I'm thinking of. Never mind. Yep. I got it.
Are you thinking about? I'm. That thing. Imagine seeing Lumi nudes sold as NFT. I want to be an NFT. Someone make me an NFT. Where is Cyberlive based? The company itself, of course, in San Francisco. Right?
California. I don't know if there's a second San Francisco, but it's just California.
Oh,
so.
okay.
And then US.
Do talents buy their own 3D models? No, they are company sponsored, and I believe we own them ourselves too.
Yeah. All assets are owned by talent. We have an in-house 3D modeler. They did Yuri's. They did not do Hylos because we didn't have them hired at the time. So if you want to see the quality, I think Yuri's like the best one to look at. They'll also be doing everybody else moving forward. So
yeah. I already have a in-progress shot of mine. I've asked for more ass.
Soon.
What? And you haven't showed me?
Well, I just got it! I'll show you. I'll find it. Let me find it.
That's right, you better.
I'll find it.
Look, we're gonna be doing weird things
What does
in
that
3D
mean?
together. So I need to know what I'm getting into.
What does that mean? What do you mean weird things? Do you guys have any plans of extending the merch store selection for talents and such? Because last I looked at merch options, there wasn't a lot available. We do individual drops, I think. Right, Misaki?
Yeah, we just do individual drops for events. Though we are changing that. It isn't like a... I don't want to go too in-depth in that, but we will be having like a permanent international merch store very soon, so...
Do we have any plans to expand area of business outside streaming? In what way?
I would say we're more of a multimedia company, or at least moving into it. I really can't go too much in the detail, but we are doing things like I mean, I think 3D opens the door to a lot of possibilities, like animation, because our 3D like in-house can do animation. So
let's say hypothetically. Let's say hypothetically a talent leaves the company. Do the talents get to keep their models if they decide to go solo, or does the company own them? We own our own models. I will always have my own model. Yuri will always have her own model. If I go
Yeah, there's
solo,
no buyout costs. Even if you join, there would be no like copyright issues. They own them.
yeah. So I have 2 outfits now in the 3D. Yuri has her outfit, her 3D, and her new outfit coming out soonish. And I believe we own all of them currently immediately, right?
Yeah, you guys own them. There is like a minimum like few month like contractual. You have to be streaming during this period and like be like a part of Cyberlive before you get to keep your model. But after that, it's no buyout costs. They don't pay for them. They own their models and characters and brand. So
Yeah. And like one thing that's different is we also have our own accounts for everything, so it's really like very individualized. Yeah. I think
yeah, our main reason behind giving copyright, and I'm not saying this like necessarily even in a negative way, but like a lot of people are just scared of talent leaving, so they put like their work behind essentially a lock. We're not really worried about that, so.
I feel like there's no reason to leave.
Yeah, I mean that's more of like how we built everything.
What do you think the next big changes to the industry will be?
Kind of what I said earlier. I think it's going to become more westernized, for better or for worse.
What are the main things management helps you with, would you say? Yuri, do you have an answer to that?
I think I don't remember where I talked about this. I talked about it recently. You know, just general like promotion. They provide like all of our like promotional like videos and other assets. They what was the question again? I forgot.
What support?
Yuri.
What support?
Short-term memory loss. I'm trying.
What does management help us with?
I mean, I'm a manager, so I feel kind of awkward answering, but I feel like we do, in general, most things, so it's kind of hard to specify, because we just kind of do just general work.
I think I have a... It varies from talent to talent. And
Yeah. Yuri?
Why did you guys bring me on?
I wanted to hang out with you.
Yeah.
I'm a goldfish.
It varies from talent to talent. I'm definitely more a little bit like partnership with Misaki because we have very serious talks about how to grow, and for me, like, I mean, there's general. I think Misaki kind of can do general streaming training. So like for a newer streamer who is maybe like warming up to streaming and isn't really sure what to do, she's got a pretty good handle on that. For someone like me and Yuri who are streaming now for a while and we've been streaming and now we're looking into more abstract things to grow, it's more like we strategize together. There's a lot of marketing research that Misaki does and we discuss it. One of the big things is like getting assets for people, like updating things continually. We almost always have like things in the works for people. Like Yuri had her 3D and now she's got her second outfit in the works. I had my outfit and now I've got 3D in the works and like other things planned that Misaki's helping me with. So there's always something ongoing, like project-wise, per talent.
I'd say too, a thing with us is I'm kind of in a flexible position because not only like what you said, everybody's needs are different, but also how much you are like quote unquote like restricted is also different. Like if you want to be pushed to something more like this would be the best thing that you could do, like strategizing wise, then we can do that, you know. But generally speaking, it's kind of broad. It's really like individualized, I'd say.
She watched My Little Pony with me.
Yeah.
support from me.
I had to. No neon.
I knew that was gonna come up today. I knew that was gonna come up today. I knew it. I knew it. I absolutely
we
knew
stayed up.
it.
I think it was like 3 a.m. for Yuri or something like that. And we stayed up and we watched.
We waited until it came out on
I remember
Netflix.
when you guys were like excitedly posting, and I was like, "Is this fucking real? Are you serious?" Like I saw them in the voice chat, and I was like, "No."
Yuri and I are just very similar. Like we talk about this a lot, but Yuri and I just have a lot of similar interests, and then just like personality. And then Yuri's just dead silent. I see you, Yuri. It's fine.
I'm not like that.
Thinking.
But yeah, there's like, I don't know. I think Misaki is a very good people person. Like she talks to us about a lot of stuff and she calms us down. She has a lot of like emotional support.
I think my brain moves as slowly as my heart rate.
Oh my god. That's because you're a demon. But yeah, I feel like for me personally, I just work with her a lot on planning things, and we have like a good back and forth because she understands the industry very well. Yeah, she understands the industry very well, and that's why I feel like it's really useful to discuss things. Yeah, partnership. Wait. Can a manager have a manager?
I mean, I guess they could, but I don't really, at least personally, I don't need one.
Am I a manager? Are you my manager? Am I a manager and you're my manager?
Lumi, can you be my manager?
I'm basically your manager.
And then you can be managed by Misaki?
This is some like pyramid scheme.
I manage Hilo. I manage Hilo. Kind of.
I think we all manage Hilo.
That's true. I wonder how many hours Misaki works a week. She works all hours of the day forever. Every time I DM her, it's like at 2 a.m. in the morning. She's like, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of fortunate enough to be in a position where I could kind of almost constantly be around. So like, while I'm not like set to hard hours, I'm pretty much always available. So.
Low heart rate explains the flatness. Yuri, if you exercise... Wait, no. If you exercise more, maybe your chest will grow. Oh my god.
I feel like I'll only get flatter. It'll start going inside. I'll start growing boobs from my shoulder blades. Is that a fetish?
I know shoulder blade is a fetish.
I have nice shoulder blades.
There's a fetish for anything.
Boobs on shoulder blades? That's not a fetish.
Yuri 3D ring fit stream. I have a ring fit right next to me. I finally have one.
I don't have a ring fit.
You're no longer gonna be pudgy.
I'm a little worried about using it because of my carpal tunnel.
Okay, that's not good. That's not good.
That's not good.
Alright, you said talents submit their time slots. Do you guys also submit what days you're doing, what activities, or after times are confirmed as to hopefully get more consistent or better viewership due to content and possible viewer activity?
That just seems like, are you like not overlapping, right? Or am I like misunderstanding?
I think so.
We just have a group calendar everybody can view, and people just plan out their streams, and in general everybody's kind of respectful to avoid overlap as much as possible, but sometimes it can't be avoided, so.
Yeah. If you're talking about market research, we do that, I do that with Misaki. I'm not aware that any other talent does that currently. Right?
I think everybody does to varying extents, you know?
But that's more like personal, again with like the drive thing. If you put in, I don't know, some people are just more curious about it.
Yeah, it really depends. Everybody has different goals, even in like company-wide, but also like Gen 1 specifically.
Yeah.
So.
Any type of content you'd like to try, but you figure no one would want to watch it?
Right, is this like a question to me or like?
Everyone, I guess.
I mean, I'm just kind of doing whatever I want when I will stream. I prefer to focus more on my work rather than streaming, like personally, which is why I've only debuted.
Would people watch me sleep?
Yes.
Isn't that against like Twitch TOS?
Okay, well,
I'll sleep.
I think you're not supposed to sleep and not like have anything happening.
I think you're good as long as I think I read that you can sleep on Twitch as long as you don't have a category set. You have like if you're just chatting, you have to turn it to nothing.
Interesting. Yeah, because I see sleep streams, but then I remember reading like it wasn't like okay for like a certain time limit or something. Like there's weird rules. I know there's at least like some restrictions on it.
yeah. I know, like, during Bao's subathon, she took a nap and then her mods were on stream instead of her, like, just talking. And when Hylo was sleeping during her subathon, Pandora was basically taking over for a bit, right?
I came onto the stream ominously at one point because I was still like in the call with her. It was really creepy.
Adorable. Chat has to be moderated, that's all. Oh, thank you, Robert Brown. Thank you. Yeah, I would watch you sleep. Is that creepy?
You can just like sleep with me.
I do want to do Cyberlive sleepover stream where we all just show up one day at like a place and then actually sleep over and stream that.
I think we talked about this before, like you and me.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. I don't know, I think it'd be really fun. I want to do like, I think one of my stream goals is like I want to have like a weird night, and then somehow I would like to continue streaming while I drive out to an IHOP and then just have a fever dream breakfast. You know those like crazy...
This is oddly specific.
No, it's like, you know those crazy...
So specific.
No, it's not. It's not. It's like I just want to have like a crazy night. Okay, wasn't there like a Niji Sanji VTuber who like streamed on top of a jungle gym or something? Wasn't there? Niji?
Sounds like something that probably happened.
I want to do that kind of... Yeah, and she crashed? I just want to do something like that where I'm like... The night just ends like... She knows nightlife boys. Okay, I'm very weird about... real life interact. I'm an introvert. No. It wouldn't be... It has to be like a group of friends hanging out. Like me and you... Like Cyberlive Gen 1 has to hang out and then we have to go to Denny's together.
Pain.
Once you do it, it would be fun. Is it Niji who went to get McDonald's with her laptop, I believe? Oh. Yeah, a good night is not a night that ends at Denny's. No, it is! You've just never had it. We'll make it. I'm gonna make it. I also want to do a birthday party for you stream. I think that would be really fun. In which I bake a cake and then celebrate Chat's birthday. We'll have to pick like a good birthday for Chat. And getting stranded while we keep each other... I feel like you would be too hot if you came close to me.
I feel like June 9th would be a good birthday for Chat.
June 9th? Why is... Oh, nice.
Nice.
Alright, June 9th, Chat. We're gonna celebrate your birthday. I'll sing you a song and I'll bake you a cake and then... I saw something. I saw Halo Sweetie send cookies to her chat. And I really want to do that. Misa.
That's a lot of cookies.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, it would
That's a lot of cookies.
There would have to be some kind of gate on it, but I would like to send cookies to chat or something.
Can you bake cookies with Gamer Girl bathwater?
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, why would
I don't know. People like that.
But I think they want the bath water not to be in a cookie, though.
I don't know. Are you sure?
I don't know too many recipes
That
with water in
seems
them,
very
honestly.
no on the gamer.
I honestly
cookie.
don't know that many cookie recipes that have water in them.
I guess that's not FDA approved, huh?
It would have to be like Gamer Girl butter or something. That's somehow worse.
That's actually worse!
It's somehow
I think it's
worse.
worse.
Oh,
Gamer girl butter.
merch idea.
No.
We could do a bake sale. Cyberlife bake sale. I'm like a genius with ideas. Hi, Peony! Hi, Peony! Ow! Gamer Girl
I
butter.
really like to bake.
Hi, Peony, how are you? I like to bake too. Ow! We're talking about Gamer Girl butter. Where's Crimbo? I feel like he would be someone. Ow! Cyberlife bake sale made with real Gamer Girl butter. I can't believe it's not Gamer Girl butter. Stop!
I think you need to go to bed.
I'm not that tired. I feel like Cyberlife bake sale is such a good idea. I don't understand. Like, why are you guys mad? I can't believe Sato Misaki threw an object at me. Stop!
I
Ow!
didn't. I bonked you.
It would be good, right? How many of us like to bake? Yuri likes to bake. I like to bake. Menace likes to bake. Does
Taylor
you?
likes to cook, like, general meals.
Hilo likes to cook?
Yeah, I remember she would, like, make a curry, and it seemed really good.
Ow! Ah. Ow. Ow. How many of you have actually baked before, though? I actually bake a lot. Ow! I bake a lot.
I can't believe Perry threw stuff at you and me.
That's how you know you're friends, is when you can mutually abuse each other.
Someone please just punch me in the face already, I swear!
When I get 3D, I'll punch you in the face.
Ew.
Mutual abuse. That's the mic of real friendship. 100%.
It's like, I wouldn't punch you in the face unless it was for money. Why do you need money to punch me in the face? The only one getting hurt is me! Please, just punch me in the face!
Yuri, do you have a fetish? Yuri,
No!
are you an M?
She just wants friends. Okay, Yuri.
Misaki, when do we get more S Cyberlife girls? These are M's. Oh. Misaki.
What? You'll
Hurt
see
you guys.
soon.
Yuri's an S.
I'll use these claws.
She loves scratching people. Yuri's a switch. Oh, that's true. What was your S percentage, Yuri, the other day? Let me just check.
I didn't... Hold on, I have to find my results.
I'm scrolling up.
Not sure. I didn't do it with you guys, so I'll have to
Oh
find
shit,
mine.
you didn't? Okay, you gotta find the results. Yuri's probably the closest, I would say. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, like, you're asking a very specific subset of women to be S's, and it's just like VTubers are all kind of sad introvert nerds, so why would we be S? You know? You're asking a very specific group subtype of girls.
Okay, I'm gonna send you my results.
It's just like extremely unlikely for any of us to be like that. You know? Don't be a loser and be a
Never
dom.
mind. I'm gonna retake the test.
You just send it to me. Haven't
I
you
thought
seen
it
that?
saved my results,
Oh.
but it didn't.
Oh, haven't you seen that one anime before? Everyone is either an S or an M. Maybe a switch. Can I chaos? Are they all nerds though? No, that's true. Would you categorize yourself? Would you call yourself a nerd, Misaki?
I wouldn't, but I feel like other people would.
I feel like people wouldn't call me a nerd. I don't have... I would call myself a nerd, but I feel like people wouldn't call me a nerd. Because of, I don't look like one. Does laughing at someone else's pain count as an S? No, that's called Schadenfreude. Nerd.
I'm just in the weird communities personally, so I feel like people would consider me a nerd. Like, I'm in the theme park community. I'm in like the animation community. I'm in the VTuber community. So like, those are all like, you know.
You're wearing glasses, nerd? Oh my god, I'm taking them off. They were
I need glasses. I'm going blind.
They were for style points. Hi, Yasen. Thank you for the raid. How are you, Mr. Champion? How are you? Let me do a shout out. How was your stream? Kinoshita Yasen. How are you, Mr. Champion? Oh, you're playing Pokemon. Bless you. I think I'm very normal outside of streams. Like, if you met me, you would never think that I was into stuff that I am into. Right? I don't know, Misaki, what do you think? You've seen what I look like.
Yeah. I guess I agree with that. I feel like though at the same time I feel like you're pretty authentic to who you are, like off of stream. You know, like I think people may just not realize, but like I feel like you're very truly yourself.
Yeah, Lumi must be one of those idol girls. Yeah, I did train as one.
What could have been?
What could have been? I don't even... Okay, seriously, I only joined so I could get like a good like life routine. Okay, TikToker. Yuri's the TikToker. Don't yell at me. Yuri's the TikToker. Stop it.
TikTok is a very good platform for creating quick content to cross post on other platforms.
It's time to bring out the real Stacy out, bitch. I don't know.
Lumi is just unintentional Stacy energy.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I talked about this once with my friend, and she says that I don't have a lot of female friends because I radiate weird energy. And I was very upset by it. And then I asked Misaki, I was like, why can't I make friends? And she was like, you have big dick energy. I'm very upset about it.
Yeah. And I mean, it was the same issue I had with you when, like, before we met and then after we met for a little bit. It's just like, you're very intimidating.
It's not even true. It's not even
But, like,
true.
you're not actually. It's just you give off that impression at first, you know?
Then why do people talk to me so much? Can't get a break. Hi, how are you? Hello. Imagine being intimidated. Yeah, you're not intimidated. I don't know.
You're intimidated and then you realize, oh wait, no. She's just like this.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean that nice. Like, you have like golden retriever energy.
What is golden retriever energy?
I don't know, it's just like
True.
Tell me I'm wrong. Like, I don't know, you give off the essence of a golden retriever.
What does that mean? Would she understand? You're weird. I don't have golden retriever energy compared to of course, Misaki has to make an animal comparison.
No!
Of course, I can't bark. I do not give off golden retriever energy. What does that mean? What does that even mean?
No, just like, you know how it's kind of like a basic dog?
That is so rude. She's calling me a basic bitch. She's literally calling me a basic bitch.
You're very excitable, but you're also like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
She called me a fucking basic bitch, dude.
I can't explain explain it. I promise. I
I'm not
forgot.
fucking edgy enough. Ah! This is literally cyberbullying. Please rename the company to cyberbullying. I just get bullied every single day. Gen 2
No, that's
has
such
been
a
sending
lie.
me the same. Ow! Gen 2 sends me the same copy paste every day now. I'm extremely upset.
It's such a shame we can't say what it is.
I mean, it's Twitch, so maybe.
No, I'm not even risking.
Oh my god. They send me. Ow! Neon! Fucking abuse. Fucking abuse. No, they don't send me. They send me something even fucking worse. Oh. Ow! Not my peanuts. A pasta, please DM me. Okay. It's okay, I like it.
Not
I'm
the
an
way Menace can say it perfectly too.
Inori sent me a voice clip. She sent me a whole
Of Menace or
MP3.
her?
What?
Of Menace or her?
Of her.
Oh.
Menace has it memorized. Inori sent me a whole fucking voice clip and she was like, Lumi, senpai, can you please mix this for me? And it was just her fucking bullying me for like a minute 30.
I didn't even know about this.
Wait, I sent it to you. I'm pretty sure. Wait, I'll send it to you right now.
Okay, resend it to me after stream. I gotta hear this.
No, I'm sending it. It's called Mix, please. Here, listen to it. Listen to it.
I'm sending to you, Miss Lumi.
Please stop cyberbullying me. No, you guys don't.
It's not even a basic. It's like, I don't know. You like. Okay, you come off as something basic, but you're actually just very excitable and like fun.
I recently heard that when I first debuted, I came off a bit like a Disney princess.
Yeah, that's your energy, like Disney princess, kind of like generic, but like.
It's
not.
Because I'm blonde with blue eyes, isn't it?
I think that's a factor, yeah, but like even without it.
You are literally the reason I'm blonde. I was talking about my design the other day. Misaki's the reason I'm fucking blonde. Now she's like,
we had too many white haired. We needed diversity.
So now I'm fucking blonde. Lammy was the true me and then I killed her. Yeah, I recently... Oh, so we're coming up on 5 months. I was watching some of my old videos and I was like, holy fuck, I was so different. Like, I was so fucking different from before. It's really weird. It's really weird. Yuri, have you watched any of your old streams and been like, what was I doing?
Yeah. I watched my debut and I cringed.
Yeah, I can't even watch my debut because I was so fucking boring. I was like so nervous. I was basically reading from a script because I scripted my own debut. Sorry, I'm that type of person. And like, I was fucking terrified. And then, yeah, now I'm kind of just like, whatever.
I find it hilarious how like initially when I came down from the mountains, I just wanted to be friends with everyone. But now I haunt everyone and I live inside their walls and I tell them to take their meds and I need help.
Yuri.
I'm still very interested in stealing stuff.
Friends, I just want to also live inside all of their walls and keep them real close to me.
You don't keep me close
At
to you.
all
How do you
times.
put me in a drawer?
You put me in a jar.
I gotta keep you real close.
Will there ever be off collabs? We would like to, but COVID. COVID. Yeah.
Also, at least like I would probably be able to do them with them, but like nobody lives near me. That's a tragedy.
Yeah.
They all are pretty spread out, but also close at the same time. It's weird.
I would go somewhere with multiple... I think everyone in any gen I would go out with. And like, one thing I really want to do is take everyone like out to dinner or something. Or like on a food tour. I think that would be fun. Yeah, off collabs. Misaki, can I do hand cam next week?
With or without gloves? Thank
Without
you.
gloves.
I mean, that's up to you.
You would actually be okay? I'm gonna do my nails and everything.
Your hands
What are you gonna do with your
in mine?
hands?
Your hands and mine? Yeah, you can hold my hands, Yuri. Lumi, no, someone will recognize my hand bones. I was a hand model at one point. But I don't think anybody would recognize a hand.
Limmy's just everywhere, chat. She's just telling you where to look.
I know everybody by their hands very specifically.
I'm very picky about hands, I feel like. I don't know if it's the hand model thing, but like now when I used to ride the subway for reasons, I would just like stare at people's hands and notice things, and I was like silent judging. Well, I'm also a pianist, so that's why.
Alright, chat, show me your hands so I can put them in my book.
Hand review.
I feel like we could say that I have no nails on my fingers because I bite my fingernails.
What? You can't. It's not ladylike.
I didn't use
Biting your-
and then
biting
I
your
started
claws
working,
couldn't
and
be
then
me.
now I'm stressed.
Basement. Lumi, I'm gonna judge your hands a ton so much. I was a hand model. This is so unfair. Maybe I might just drop the fact. I will drop the fact that I was a hand model, and then I will wear gloves. Fuck you guys. I think it's funny. I don't know. I wanted to play. Here was the idea. I wanted to do a drinking game in Discord, but then it has to be like. I think the drinking game I was looking at had to have cards or something, and that's why I needed to do hand cam. I don't know. Would you join in, Misaki?
For what specifically?
We were gonna play a drinking game.
I've never had alcohol though.
Oh. Yuri, would you join in?
I'll join.
I think Hylo wanted to too. There was a drinking game tonight. Oh, there was a drinking game. If you guys don't know, I was my Discord and I were playing debut bingo in my Discord, and every time we got a cross, we drank. Yes. I tweeted the results. We've got more coming up for tomorrow. Man, this stream's gone on for a bit. Are we good? Do we have any more secrets that we want to talk about? Or are we happy?
I think
Did you
we're
get
good.
a chance to look at my, you know what?
No, not your 3D model. I just already feel it coming on, Yuri.
Uh-huh?
Oh,
Wait, you're 84%.
what?
You're 81%. She's 70%. Imagine being allergic to alcohol. Neon Beat, look. Neon Beat, once I was allergic to cats, okay? I was allergic to cats. Like, I couldn't breathe around cats. And then I said to myself, I really, really, really want a cat. And then I got a cat. And now I am not allergic. This is not medical advice. I am not a medical professional. Please don't listen to me. Please don't listen to me. But just saying, I was allergic to cats at one point, and now I am not a... Look! Not unless you get sent to the... Yeah. So what you're saying is just drink more alcohol? Yes. Yes. Good thing...
This is bad medical advice. Don't listen to me.
Do not listen to me. I am not a doctor. But exposure therapy is real. Holy shit, Yuri, you've got like... Can I say that you have... Yuri has...
Yeah.
Yuri has... No 0%. This is why you're the worst.
What are you talking about? I'm afraid.
Alright, how about this? Yuri is an S. There you go. She's an S, 100%.
Oh wait, no, not. It wasn't the test, was it?
Dropped.
Yuri.
You only like MV2.
I have 300%.
We all share a same. Everyone except for Misaki shares the same 100%.
I only have 100%.
Wait, was it? Which one was it again?
It was the one I said even before I took it, and I was right.
Oh, yeah. Everyone else shares the same 100%. Yeah, we all share the same. So Jelly, me, Hilo, and Yuri all share the same 100%. And then Yuri's got a couple other ones. Hilo also has a couple.
Definitely have a lean, but you know.
Damn, Yuri. Damn, Yuri. Yuri, you're 54. Is concerning to me.
Oh god!
Oh, wait,
I can't explain myself. It just answered like one question a certain way, and that shot it up.
Yuri, let me see.
I'm gonna
Send it to you.
Let me see it.
This was also the first thing that we did when we first met each other, by the way. Did Gen 2 do this, Misaki?
No.
You should ask them.
I don't know if they have. They didn't do it publicly.
Why are we like this? I want to know a couple of their scores.
They get along well with each other, but I wouldn't say they're like as like crazy comfortable as Gen 1 was right off the bat with this type of thing. If that somehow makes sense.
I think because Gen 2 is very professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hired a bunch of insane people for Gen 1, and Gen 2's like...
Only insane people applied,
Yeah.
so that's what they got stuck with.
Yeah, only insane people applied. That's super accurate, actually. Gen 2 is normal. I want to see if Gen 2 shares the same 100%. That would be interesting to see.
You're 54%, Yuri.
That's what I said.
Look!
That's what I'm saying.
You're 77%, Yuri.
Look!
No.
Half my kinks!
Yuri.
It's okay, I have that one at... Oh, actually I have... It's not the same.
74%, Yuri.
What does that mean? How do we take the test? Oh, Neon Beat.
No,
Send me the...
no. This is turning into the Moon Jelly curse stream all over again.
Wait. I wanna see it. I wanna see. I wanna see. Alright, we could probably end the stream before we get too crazy, because we're trending crazy again.
It's like a
Yeah,
tussle.
we can avoid.
Soon we're gonna like fucking give out dating advice and then have to and then
No, we gotta give the dating advice. We never
Don't
give out
date.
good advice. We have to give out good advice.
Does anyone have a date coming up and they need advice for it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone at all? Does anyone at all need dating advice from 3 anime girls? Lumi, I have a date. You have a date? It's
I'm
real?
just waiting for somebody to say they have a date with you, Lumi.
I don't date.
Date with Lumi?
You're my wife.
Yeah, she doesn't date. She goes and marries me, and we have very nice family dinners with our 3 children.
You have 3 kids?
That's a
Well,
little too
we
many
had
kids.
4.
Who was our 4th kid?
I don't remember. I didn't name it.
Why didn't you tell me about these kittens that we had? Did they come out all together in one litter? Is that why I don't remember?
What litter?
No, if you'd be mad at me.
When did we have kids? Look, I like kids.
If you know how children are made.
I like them. Look, you don't. Sometimes you don't notice when cats are pregnant. Okay, they're very fluffy.
Hua
Pudge
hua.
cat. Pregnant cat.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's Pudge Cat, and now she's gonna be Fit Cat.
This it? Is this what happened?
You were pregnant.
Pregnant this whole time?
Lore. Fucking lore. Fucking lore. Write that down. Write that down. How forward should a guy be on a date? Okay, we have differing opinions. We now have 3 official differing opinions. I like confident people. Misaki likes insecure people. Yuri says it depends. So I would say be more forward. Though one time I got... It's like a pseudo stalker. But basically I went... Am I allowed to talk about this? I already talked about this.
I don't know if I...
One time, I was buying like, I just got somewhere, and I was in like a Walgreens. Ow! And like, someone was being very nice to me and helping, and I think he could tell that I wasn't from the area, because he was like, oh, I'll show you around. And then, ow! And then I didn't take, ow! I didn't think of, ow! I'm in pain. I didn't think of it as a date. Ow. Because I thought they were being nice. Because I'm very naive. Ow. Okay. And, and then, like, I hung out with the person. I thought they were just being, like, very kind to me the whole time. But then at the end, they were like, can I kiss you? And I said, oh. No. And then I ran away, basically. But then you can't just run away from someone that you were like hanging out with, and so I ended up having to come up with like really random excuses to go. I was like, I need to do this, and then he like would follow me, and then I said I need to do this, and then he was like, okay, I'll come with you, and I was like, okay. And then at the end, I was like, I need to go. So. Maybe not that forward. Maybe a medium amount of forward. I don't have good experiences. What? I thought it was just a friendly thing. Am I stupid?
Lumi, you can't be asking chat if you're stupid.
Well, they'll say yes. What if it was already established as a date? Then that's fine. Then that's fine. I would say that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Yeah, Lumi, you're a woman. You can't.
I thought they were being nice to me. I don't understand dates. Lumi should be wearing the hat. I wear the hat all the time. Misaki asked for it today, so she gets that.
I like the hat.
Can I have that as merch?
No.
I want that, and then like the Cyberlive logo on the back.
I don't know.
Thank you. Hyperboring Christorian, thank you for the 5. You were one of Chris's sweethearts, weren't you? I knew it. No. Thank you. Chris isn't even my mod. Alright. Alright. Do you have any other dating advice? Apparently, I don't understand what dates are.
Insecurity? Come on. Where are you guys at?
Please don't be insecure on a date.
Represent what you like.
You can't be insecure on a date. Unless you're being asked out, maybe. If she wants the last bite, should I give it to her? Yes. Yes? Yes. When do I bring up to my date that I watch VTubers? Misaki, when does he bring up to his date that he
Probably never. 'Cause people outside of like VTubing view it weird.
My head mod is married and it seems fine. So, maybe when you're married?
Yeah, just like after you guys get, well, actually marriage only hurts the man, but like
Buy Cyberlive t-shirts and wear it on your date. Yeah, that's gonna do it. That'll do it. Only date VTuber fans. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Are there female VTuber fans? Oh, actually, I'm a VTuber fan. I guess we exist. Oh, who's this? Oh, this is Emma. She's a demonic final boss and her boobs are bigger than my head. Babe, I love her. I really want to hear that said at some point. Oh my god. I would love to be introduced to a VTuber by someone who doesn't know that I'm a VTuber. Has that happened to you guys before?
no, but well, since VTubers became like a bigger thing in the West, I haven't really made any new friends. So like, I wonder if I'd ever meet like somebody that just is aware of us. You know what I mean? I wonder how that would work.
I really want to know.
Yeah.
I really want to know.
Yeah, chat. See, I just want friends.
Yeah, I've only made VTuber friends in the last... I've had people tell me to be a VTuber, start a TikTok. Oh my god.
I wonder how that would be. You know what I mean?
Yuri? Yuri?
I'm fine.
I'll high five you, baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Imagine a person introducing Lumi to Lumi without knowing that Lumi is Lumi. That's my dream. That is
That would
100.
be funny, but I feel like at that point they would have had to know. Like, I doubt anybody's that. It would just be them trying to see your reaction, I feel like.
I feel like it would have to be a scenario where one of my friends is like, you remind me of this VTuber. And I would have to be like, what do you mean? And then get introduced to myself. I think that would, that's my dream. Okay, Misaki, I need to be much, much bigger, please. I need to... Please, I want that to happen to me. Hey, babe, check out this VTuber named Lumi. She's kind of a dumbass, but she's funny, so it's okay. Oh my god.
I wonder, like, because, I mean, we do merch, so I wonder if, like, at con...
Wait, I got a moan redeem? Oh, stretch. Mute now? I'm just stretching. What was that? Stop stretching me!
This is not fake, by the way. This is just her. Lumi's just like this.
Ow! Ow! You should hear my impression of someone. I'm not gonna do it.
Lumi.
What? It's
Lumi,
funny.
not again.
It's funny. It's funny.
Not the impressions.
Not the impressions. Not the impressions. It's funny. Stop doing things on me. It's fucking funny.
People don't understand the concept of impressions, though.
Yeah, that's true. Do not do the impression.
You too.
It's not like I'm trying to make the sounds. It's like I'll overstretch and then it's like a pain noise. Ow! If you were a real one, you'd do the impression.
Don't encourage her.
I like doing
Impression?
it. I like doing it. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm too embarrassed. I'm too embarrassed. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. Let's find someone to raid. Let's find someone to raid before we do anything that I'm gonna regret.
Right here.
Are you gonna stream? Are we gonna do a back-to-back stream right now? Let's find
Wait,
someone.
what?
Oh, Daff is on. I like Daff. Would it be weird going from a VTuber stream to a real person stream though?
Wait, these off? Like 39?
Ow! Ow! Yeah, 39 Daff.
Oh my god, Lumi based.
I really like her.
I love her so much.
I think she's so funny. 39 Dav? Dav follows me? Alright, Niambi, I'm gonna raid just for you to say hi. Let me do Frostpunk next week? Yes. Well, Dav is an artist too. Dav's an artist too. I should draw more. Yuri, let's do a drawing collab stream. We'll draw each other. It'll be great.
Oh, we could do like a, what's it called? What's the program called? Draw pile?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I
let's do
used
that.
for that. Ow. That's what I used for that first collab that we did. Ow. Alright, we're gonna break the fourth wall. We're gonna break the VTuber wall and raid 39 Daff. Yeah. Is this okay, Misaki?
I think it is.
I don't see why not. I really like Daff. Alright. I hope you enjoyed your fucking secrets. Misaki is streaming. When are you streaming, Misaki?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Misaki is streaming. Ow! Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yuri, when are you next streaming?
Shit.
Nice. Next week sometime. I'm streaming
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I have a karaoke in 8 hours, guys.
When we go sleep.
I did not look at a song list.
When we go to bed, I will literally, if I see you online, you're in trouble.
I'm gonna go practice singing. I'll see you guys in 8 hours for karaoke. It'll be a cafe karaoke. It's my new thing.
Sleep.
It's my new thing. Every mid-month, I'm gonna do cafe karaoke, and this is the start of it. I'll see you guys in 8 hours. Goodbye. Thank you.
Everyone.
Bye, everyone. Misaki, say bye.
Misaki, be
Goodbye.
polite.
Oh. Okay, bye.